Oh, I forgot I have the YouTube open here. Whatever. Okay, let's start. I'm still coughing. Like last week I had a bad throat, but I think I still have it. I think I should move this screen over here because I still need to monitor the chat room. Let's see. Alright. So, today we have got an animation with Calavera, and he's looking pretty good already. By the way, tell me if my mic is sounding. Is it that today I'm using different amount of screens? It's not the usual one. I have less monitors than usual, which is 2 monitors. I like having 3, but whatever, I have 2 today. So this are the few keyframes and breakdowns that I have of Shio. Basically just grabbing a book by Homunculus. And I think that today's animation is going to be quite easy because I've already planned them pretty well. So I'm going to just pop in my headphones and hear what the lip sync is going to be like in the future. Let's play it.
At least one of you guys can take this research seriously enough.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I meant. Like, if you plan ahead the keyframes and the breakdowns quite well, you just got to do the in-betweens and it's going to be quite easy. By the way, hello everybody. Hello Miss That Guy, hello Mr. Skin, hello Dragon Joe, hello all the new ones. Me Art, I don't know who Me Art is, but I think I've heard that name before. But yeah. So I've already drawn a couple keyframes here, or not keyframes, but in between. So I have this keyframe and this keyframe. You can see the motion is quite subtle, and that's nice. It gives the illusion of quality, actually, when you have those subtle motions. So I'm trying to include a couple of those per scene or per shot. So I'm just going to continue doing the in-betweens, and you guys can talk in the chat room and tell me what you think about stuff in general. I'm going to keep looking at the OBS studio. Is it sounding? Yeah, my mic is sounding, I think. Hopefully. Alright. So let's go, and don't mind my pretty bad voice. I still have the same cough from last week. I didn't fully recover. But it's okay. It's okay. I'll be fine. So let's add a couple more in-betweens to make the motion a little bit more smoother. And let's get started. So let's start with the body and keep going. Body, and I want to get rid of the head because the head makes me lose focus. And you know, I'm just interpolating to animate it in once. Ooh, I'm not 100% committed to the idea of animating on 2s, so I'm still animating on 1s, a few shots. But the ones that are animated on 2 so far have been looking quite well. They don't look bad, but there's something about fluidity that I really like, that I want to add to this one scene in particular, or at least to this motion. Maybe a couple of motions can be on 2s anyway. Like, you don't have to just commit to one thing, you can always have a little bit of both. So tell me guys, what have you been up to this week? We haven't spoken much. I've been quite busy. I am moving very soon. I'm going to travel from Europe all the way to America. It's going to take me a lot of hours, and I have to like handle my stuff. It's been a nightmare because I'm actually bringing my computer, and my computer is, you know, heavy. It's quite powerful, and I cannot leave it here. But taking it there is going to be a hassle. Yeah. And people are talking to me over here. Oh, Cyborg Erkin. That's from the Discord. Okay, let's read the chat saying, how long is this episode? The stream or the episode? The episode is 5 minutes long, and I'm already thinking about budget to have help, because I've noticed that with the amount of daytime work that I'm going to be doing in the next few months, I'm not going to be able to finish the pilot. So I'm going to have help. So I'm going to start looking for help in animators online. So the episode's still going to be 5 minutes long. And that's why I'm going to have some other animators chip in a little bit and, you know, find cleanup people and all the stuff. Make the project even bigger. What are people saying? I've been working on a few drawings. Oh, nice. Yeah, no, Ms. That guy's always working on something. What are you drawing? Have you still been drawing the woman with a cigarette or some commissions? What have you been drawing? Dragon Joe says, your week was very busy. Yes. Busy weeks are good weeks, actually. There's no problem with that. It's annoying, but it means you're getting stuff done. That's quite important. I haven't gotten anything done in animation, I think. I think the last thing I animated was a shot with Sawin and Zara, which ended up looking great. Looks fantastic, but unfortunately I wasn't able to animate many scenes, which is a drag. I wish I could animate like at least 5 shots per week. But this week I think I'm only going to get a total of 4 if I finish this one quite fast. So I'm gonna try to rush it today. I think during the stream I'm gonna try to finish it. That's how much I'm gonna rush it. I'm gonna finish a whole shot with you guys watching me. Maybe not the coloring though. Oh, shading. The problem is with the shading. The shading always takes another couple hours. So no, I'm probably not gonna be able to finish it during the stream. But after it, I'm gonna take a nap, and after the nap, I'm gonna finish the shading. And next week there won't be any stream because, as I said before, I'm traveling on a plane for a few days, so a couple days, and there are gonna be the weekend. But once I get there, I am going to plan my new schedule. I'm gonna try to stream consistently, but I still don't know what my hours are gonna be like. Now this line is so hard. I'm trying to make it like right in the middle, so it doesn't boil. Because if you have one piece out of the middle, it's gonna look weird in motion. So I need to make sure that's right in between, and I'm not getting it. Oh my god, this one's so hard. I can always cheat and just use a polyline. I don't like polylines because they look kind of like, what's the word? They look synthetic, and I've noticed that I like the sketches to look sketchy or look like they were hand drawn. And polylines usually don't get that, but for this line I'm gonna do it. Cheating, using technology. Technology is good. What are people saying? I worked on the cigarette drawing, a drawing of Dionysia, and now I'm working on a birthday drawing for my brother and I. Nice. If you were able to have a team of animators for your project, I would love to see your world of Calavera as everything in its purest form. Mr. Skin, you're gonna be part of that team, one way or another, because I remember your cleanup was tight. And the thing that when I animate in Toon Boom, I am always avoiding doing sketchy version and then the final version. But if I'm getting animators, they're going to be working in their own ways. So I'm probably going to have you as a cleanup artist. But yeah, I need to think about the budget first. Because I know I can have a budget. I will have a budget, but the question is, how many people am I going to be able to get on board? I think I'm going to be able to get at least 3 people on board. I'm going to get at least 2 animators and 1 cleanup artist to work each month a couple shots each, you know? Because I've been planning how to give people an animation that looks like it's mine, but other people can you know, like, contribute. And the trick is what I just mentioned before. You just gotta have your keyframes and your breakdowns ready. And that takes me literally just a couple hours. What I have already here just took me like 2 hours total. So I can do that and then send it to another animator, and then he just does the in-betweens, adds a little flair, because of course animators are artists, so if they want to add a little bit of something, I'm okay with that. As long as they follow my blueprints. And you know, my animations are not quite complicated. Some other shows have more intensive animations sequences. Mine are quite straightforward. They're pose to pose. This episode in particular is more conversation than anything. There's not a lot of action, so none of that issues. None of those issues, I mean. And yeah, I think I can get some help. And for cleanup would be for the animation of other people, because other people don't work the way I'm working right now. This is not common. The reason I work like this is because I've been watching too much Zero, and he does this. And I thought it was bizarre, but then I figured that you're saving a lot of time if you do it this way. But I don't think this is how people work usually. In fact, it's not even the best way to work. It's just more efficient, but you're sacrificing some, you know, some animation aspects, because people do the animation in sketch form because that way they're free to experiment with the motion. And I'm not doing that. I'm just locking in the first thing I draw, which, as I said before, is the fastest way possible, but maybe it is not the most fluid motion possible at the same time. So I'm sacrificing something for the sake of efficiency, of doing more things faster. Because really, what I'm doing right now, I should be doing it in a sketchy form and figure out if it's good, and then erase what I don't like, maybe transform a couple things, and then do the cleanup on top of that. So if I'm going to have other animators, I'm assuming that they're going to be doing it that way, because that's how people teach animation. They don't do this thing I'm doing. And I need to get them on Toon Boom, of course. No, or not necessarily. The cleanup is done by somebody else. I wouldn't need it to be on Toon Boom. It could be all on whatever software they use. I don't know. I gotta think about it. It's a lot of stuff to think about. Yeah, but the team idea is not going to be feasible until March anyway. February, I don't have enough money, but March, I have enough money to do that. But not in February, so it's going to take a while. And I'm afraid that I'm not going to be able to do much next month. That terrifies me. I'm going to try to, in 1 month, get at least 15 shots done. Like, if I don't get 15 shots, I'm going to be angry. I mean, this month I'm getting 15. So next month I got to get another 15. And if it's 65, if I were doing it solo, it would take me like, how long? 4 months? Yeah, 4 months would be okay. I mean, I wanted to do it faster, but, Jesus Christ, it's a lot of work. I also need to work on our birthday drawing. Nice, nice. You're also working on it, right? Because, yeah, Ronnie is Miss Dead Guy's brother. I think that's what I understood last time. Okay, so we have got a nice in-between right here. See, now the motion is quite fluid. It's missing a head, of course, in the middle, but I'm going to draw that now. Don't worry, guys. Let's go with another in-between. Let's do in-between, in-between, in-betweens. In-betweens are nice. And it's quite easy. I mean, it's easy if you've already practiced it a little bit, but what I mean is that conceptually what is hard is actually getting the keyframes. Like, because you gotta draw, like, for example, this keyframe, this keyframe, this keyframe. All of the keyframe, you gotta make sure that you have the same volume. And even I would say that the last one is a little bit thinner than the first one. He kind of missed he lost a couple pounds in the motion, which is not good, but that's why it's hard. Like, you gotta get interesting poses. You gotta make them easy to follow, easy to read. And you gotta make sure that the volume is consistent. And that's actually quite hard. So I think that's the hardest part of animation, at least in the way I'm doing it. Then the breakdowns, you also gotta figure out how to make them interesting. Like these two shots, or keyframes, frames I mean, are just to make the motion from here to here a little bit more interesting. Like if you just go from here to here, that's fine, because you understand what's happening. But this gives it a little bit more personality. Like you go like, yeah, it's just like an arc. Like the book doesn't go from here to here, it goes, yep, you know? Has more flair to it, I guess. And once you got those in between, to me, it's not hard, because I've already been doing it for a couple weeks, non-stop. So I think that that's the same thing for other animators. I think, I don't know, I don't have that much empathy for other people. I'm kidding. I do have empathy. Come on, I'm a good person. Okay, let's see. Let's come over here. Let's come over here. And you're twins. Oh, you're twins. I thought you were just like, you know, like I thought maybe your brother was like a year older or something, but or a year younger. But you're twins. That's fun. It's gotta have advantages and disadvantages having a sibling your same age, the exact same age. But it's always interesting, at least. Like, do you go to the same class at school? Oh my god, that would be hell. Having to go to school with my sister. No, I wouldn't like it. I mean, I like my sister and I like school, but having her there, I wouldn't enjoy that. Oh, my throat is just as bad as last time. But I do feel better. Last time I was really, really sick. Today I just have the remaining cough that occasionally makes my life a living hell, but no. I don't have the need to go to sleep now. I mean, I'm gonna probably take a nap anyway. Just to make sure that my body recovers 100%. Okay, now this is what's cool about vectors. You can just stretch this a little bit more. And let's make another line here. What are people saying? The only problem that we have is we get called each other's name. Yeah, that happens. But, or does it? Like, do you look that similar? It's interesting. I guess you do. Dun, 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 dun. No, but other than that, it's pretty cool having, like, somebody that you share so much with. I guess. I don't know. It's gotta be fun. Okay, this in-between is gonna make it look very, very fluid. It's gonna be a very fluid motion. You would think they would get it right because of the obvious. Yeah, I mean, if one's a guy, the other one's a girl, maybe, but I don't know. Maybe the names rhyme or something. I don't know your name, so... I mean, Ronnie, I guess it's Ronnie, but Miss Dead Guy to me is only Miss Dead Guy. That's her name. She's never had another name. Internet names are the real names. Let's see. Okay, nice. This is what I like about Calavera's design. The fact that he's comprised of straight lines makes it so much easier to to make in betweens. Not like Zara. Zara has normal design. She's not like made out of like straight lines, so in betweening her is more of a pain in the neck. Samhain also is comprised by straight lines, but the problem is that he has a very three-dimensional, blocky type body, so you gotta figure the 3D-ness of everything. So straight line's good, but 3D. What a douchebag Samhain is. Your name is Alex. Okay, Alex and Ronnie. Yeah, those are different, way different names. They're quite easy to distinguish one from the other. Alex and Ronnie. Yeah. I wouldn't confuse those two names. Nope. I'm going back to polylines. Yeah. Polylines are pretty cool. But I still missed the mark even with a polyline. I'm not good at this then. Let's bring it over here first and then this to this guy. And I can just simply edit it a little bit more. A little bit more. Come on. Come on. I think I've got it this time. Almost got there. Yeah. It's a good line. Zara, the one-eyed girl. Yeah. Zara, the Cyclops. Oh, that was actually good. Oh, I missed. I lost it. Oh, there it is. Yay. Oh no, this part over here is a little bit too low. But again, vectors are magic. So let's edit this. And then this part I'm gonna cut it anyway, right? So I don't even care. Get rid of this, get rid of that. Nice. Now let's get the apron done and let's move on to the next sequence or next motion. And yeah, see? So what I'm doing right here, this is what the gig that would be for the next animator that I'm gonna find. I'm gonna do some digging on Twitter and Newgrounds, probably. I think that on Newgrounds I'm gonna be able to find somebody that's looking for like their first gig. And it's not even like animator, it's more like in-betweener. I'm looking for an in-betweener. That's the job I'm looking for. In-betweener, cleanup, and color artists. I think for the color artists, I can find them on the Discord server. Is there a tool on Toon Boom that can make round shapes? Yep, we have got this one. It's called ellipse, and you can literally make circles. And the fun thing about these round shapes is that you can then edit them quite a lot with the lasso tool. You just grab this guy, and then you want to maybe make it longer, but you also want to make it tilted like this, so you can think about like 3D stuff. And then there's a lot of like ability to edit the shape of the circle. I really like this tool a lot. I don't use it that often. You know when I use it? I use it when I draw Zim characters. When I'm doing Zim, I use a lot of like polyline and circles. You know, because for example, Zim size were like this, right? You literally would make like a, or let's grab a circle, right? Just grab this one, you stretch it out and make it thinner maybe. And you've got Zim size, and then you grab another circle, you put it inside of it. Oh, sorry. Put it inside of it, make it quite smaller. And then you have got the highlights, right? Because, you know, Zim's eyes are always shining. I mean, the red ones. He's got two versions. He's got the human eyes and the Urkin eyes. The Urkin eyes. This would be the Urkin eyes. See? And it looks pretty legit. It looks like Zim. Like, quite fast. Toon Boom has amazing tools. Guys, it's a great software. When my constants become animators, I'll ask them if they want to join to help on your animations. I will have that in mind, definitely. Yeah. For in-betweening. No, but that's the thing, like, I don't want 100% animators, I want in-betweeners, essentially. Because the problem is that if I have other animators, they can make the show look way different. They can make it look even better, I would say. Because, you know, some animators have more experience than I do, I guess. But I want it to look like if I made it, so that's why I want to give them my keyframes and breakdowns, and I don't want them to be too creative, which is such a mean thing to say because, you know, as I said before, animators are artists. I think we all want to be creative, but essentially I want a guy that just executes the in-betweens, like what I'm doing right now. This is not creative, what I'm doing right now. What was creative was creating the character design and getting the key poses ready, but what I'm doing right now, this is boring. This is literally just... This is a job. This is what it is. This is a job. You wake up, you get some coffee, you read a newspaper if you like that, I guess, and then you start working. an honest day of work. And it's not exciting. I mean, it's exciting if you want to get into animation, I guess. Or you want to work in animation. Because honestly, working in animation, no matter what you do, is always interesting, I guess. Even the tedious is like, yeah, but when I watch the episode, that's going to be my work on it, you know? So that's a cool part. But no, I don't want... Not for now. For now, I don't want them to be too creative. Because in the future, I do want to have like animators chip in their own stuff for action scenes and stuff like that. Because I think that, especially for action, there are going to be a lot of people that are more skilled than I am. But for talking, for conversations, I want them to move exactly the way I think they move. Because I think that for conversation animation, I think I'm set. But you know, this is the easy part of animation. I mean, it depends. If you watch Disney, like classical Disney, actually conversational is very difficult as well because they have way so much personality and emotions when speaking. Like if you watch 101 Dalmatians, the humans, whenever, or the dogs even, when they talk, they have so much charisma. It's crazy, and each single frame is different. They animate on ones, I guess, not on twos. So yeah, maybe character animation is also difficult if you go the classical Western version of it. But for conversation, I'm actually going with a very anime style. I'm going very pose to pose, lip syncing, and simple motion from one place to the other. So essentially, I'm doing animation that is cheap, but not ugly. Cheap. Cheap is not the same thing as ugly. But yeah, it's supposed to be affordable. Affordable, the word, not cheap. Affordable. Let's see. I'll go to animation school so I can help you. Nice. I would love to have you guys help me out. That would be awesome. I mean, you don't even have to go to animation school. If you just start learning on your own and you are already like, if you get some practice, I would be glad to have you on the team. I don't need people to go to school for that, honestly. I mean, of course, if you want to go to school because you want to be like an animator and know what you're doing 100%, then yeah, I absolutely encourage that. Would you make a game? Mr. Skin, I would love to, right? I guess. But honestly, for game, I don't even know how to make games at all. Like, and that's a good question. Would it be a 2D game? Would it be with 3D models? Because some 2D games, I absolutely love how they look. Like, they have, like, literally frame-by-frame animation, and I love that. But I don't know if I would do that, or I would make it 3D. Would it be a platformer? What would it be like? Good question, Mr. Skin. But, you know, we first gotta get this plane off the ground before we can think about such big aspirations like a game. Games are expensive to make. But, yeah, I would love it. First one I want to make is... My first goal is make an episode. And my second goal is make a season. Once I have an episode and a season, I will feel like the most powerful person in the world. I feel like I can do anything. So maybe a game. But right now, even making an episode sounds crazy to me. Like, it doesn't sound possible. I know it is, but it doesn't feel like it is possible. So first I want to get rid of that feeling of impossibility before I think of other stuff. I'll help you make a game. I'm learning coding. Yeah? So for gaming, I think you gotta learn C# to use Unity. Unity is what people use to make games. Either 3D or 2D. Doesn't matter, but C# I think is the one thing I've heard people use a lot. There was this time that I made like a small, like, trying of Unity with C# and I literally just made a platformer with Ethan from Muffins and Pumpkinhead just walking around the Cucurbite village. And it was really bad. But I got the idea of what making a game was like. Like, I understand what it is, what it entails, and it's hard. It's unsurprisingly difficult. So let's see what he looks like.
At least.
So yeah, that motion's really soft. I like the fact that it's soft. Is it? Now the question is, I can make it slower if I make it on 2s. What if studio wants to produce research unit of horrors? Now, Dragon Joe's asking a good question. What if a studio that already exists wants to develop my show? Should I do it or not? Because this is the thing. I would love to hold the complete rights to the idea, which is something that wasn't possible back in the 90s. But now we can do that. Like, there's a lot of animators online or on YouTube that they are making money with their show, but they are not giving their rights to anybody. Like, imagine like I pitch my show to Netflix. Netflix is like, yeah, let's do one season. The season does well, but it doesn't, it doesn't become like what's a popular animated show on Netflix? Arcane. Oh, Arcane is impressively good. So it doesn't become Arcane, so they go like, yeah, we're canceling it because it's making money but not enough. And then they would stop making the show and they would not allow me to finish it. And that's what I would hate that it could happen if a studio like produces my show, that if they cancel it, then that's it. Nobody's making it. If they're not making it, then nobody's making it. And I would be scared of that, especially now in this like pandemic of shows dying. Epidemic. Pandemic? What's a pandemic? What's the difference between pandemic and epidemic? Doesn't matter. But there's been an epidemic of good shows being canceled left and right by big studios, so I feel like my show could be one of those. And, once the show is canceled by a company, it's really hard to even work on it again. So, I don't know. The question is whether or not I can do it myself. If I can do it myself, I would rather go that route. But of course, if I make it myself, that's also very complicated. It's also very hard to manage that, so I don't know. Once the opportunity arises, I would have to think about it and ask people that know about that kind of stuff. Okay, now, guys, this is a question. Like, what I like about this motion, now that it's fluid, is that it's very subtle. And I can make it on 2s, meaning that it would be slower even. Like, it would not necessarily lose fluidity. It might lose some fluidity, though, but let's check it out. What it looks like if I go on 2s. If we go on 2s, it's going to go like 2 frames per image, right? It's going to be 2 frames here, 2 frames here, 2 frames here, 2 frames here. Which is going to make the motion slower, so that could be better. So let's check it out.
At least one.
Actually, it does work. It did work. Let's look at rendered. When it's rendered, it's better timed. But I feel like that was actually good. And most cartoons that we watch on television are actually animated on 2, so why would I be different?
At least one of you.
Yeah, I think it works. And I think I will know better once I have the head with the in-between, so if I don't have the in-betweens of the head, I'm not 100% sure yet. So let's create the other 2 in-betweens for the head. And let's check it out. Oh, what did I have? What happened there? Oh, I think I copied the frame. No, I don't want to copy. I want to create a new frame. Oh, this is the hand layer. Okay, wrong layer, hand. I want the head layer. So this guy goes here, this guy goes here, this guy goes here, and like this. Alright, so we have got the first frame, we have got the second keyframe, and now we have the in-between in the middle, but now we have the in-betweens of the in-betweens. Okay. Ew. I hate it when the onion skin has the lines so close together. I'm not even sure what's happening here 100%. I know that I only have to interpolate, but it's confusing, especially for the hair stripes. It's going to be really confusing, but I'll figure it out. So let's see. We just grab this guy over here. We make it to this point, and we use this is cool, the shift button. That way we can go straight lines. And then for the chin, I'm usually using straight lines. Or not, I didn't do it here, so I cannot do it now. So I have to go with a little bit of a curve for the chin. Oh, my coughing is unbearable. And now the other part of the jawline here. And this is the thing that I should work on more. And this is why I want a cleanup artist per se, because this line I would like it to be more like edgy, like, maybe get rid of this dot over here and make it finish in like a... Oh, wait a minute. Like this. There you go, like that. Right now, what I mean? Like, it's cooler. But if I haven't done it before, then I shouldn't do it now. I should keep it, like, consistent. Because consistency is more important than stylization. But that being said, like, if I could do the stylization of everything, that would be better. So a cleanup artist would have to only focus on that kind of stuff, so I would like that. It depends on the studio, really. Like, Laura Faust was working on a show called Medusa on Netflix. But that series fell through, yeah. She still had the rights to the stuff she had been working on before Netflix. Yeah, see, that's the kind of deal I would love. A deal where if it fails for whatever reason, I can still, like, keep doing it myself. But I know that that's not all deals, but some deals are like that, I think. Also, for example, Invader Zim was canceled, but then Jonan was able to continue making a comic book about it, so maybe something like that. Like, Research Unit of Horrors in comic book version would not be bad either. It would also be pretty good. And to be fair, the story could be told way faster as well. I mean, I wanted to make it an animation because animations, they bring in the bucks. But comic books would not be absolutely out of the question. Medusa, I've never seen that show. Hot milk with honey should help your throat. Yeah, I should drink that. I should be doing something about it. The problem with my throat is that I'm not doing anything about it, really. The only thing I'm doing is sleeping more. Usually I don't sleep much. But these weeks I've been allowing myself to rest. And it hasn't been enough, apparently. Apparently I need to rest even more, so I don't know. And drink milk, maybe like a... Maybe something like a cough medicine. What do you call cough medicine? It's just called cough medicine? What's your name for that? It's like a syrup or something. Oh, these lines are hard. Yeah, I think that's good enough. And yeah. So I'm going to get a couple in-betweeners for March. A cleanup artist. And a color guy. And the color guy can be anybody from the Discord server, because if we have the clean line work done, it's literally just filling in the bucket tool. It's not even an animation job almost. It's an animation job because it's for an animation, but what it means is that you don't have to be an animator to do coloring. Even cleanup, Mr. Skin's done a couple of times that. He's been good with it, so I don't know. Cleanup is also. I mean, cleanup. The problem is that it's a lot of work, though. It's not very hard, but it is a lot of work anyway. But the most important thing is going to be finding in-betweeners. In-betweeners is what I really, truly need. Because some of my weeks are going to be full of work. I'm going to be making quite a lot of money, but I'm not going to have enough free time to do what I'm doing right now. Not every day. Because right now every day I have a few hours to do this. But there are going to be a few days that I'm not going to be able to even stop and draw. And I don't want the pilot to be stumped because of it. I want the pilot to continue growing. I want to have it finished by month 4, which would be April. My god. And I don't know. It's also always good to give animators something to do, right? I guess. So difficult. Oh, it did it. And now bring this guy here. And take it down. Brum. What else should we be talking about? I don't know. Bring me subjects to talk about. Have you... Oh, Mr. Skin, have you heard that there's like a leak episode of Clone High and the people don't like it? What's your opinion on that? Because I know you love Clone High Season 1. People said that the Season 2 was too topical. Or not. Too, like, contemporary. Too contemporary. Of course contemporary, because it's being made now. I don't know. I want to watch it, but I also feel bad for the creators to watch it before time, because I think that there's still like 4 months for them to finish the season. And people have already watched episode 1. They're already trashing it. I think that if I watch it, it's not going to be that bad. Or I hope, at least. I've always trusted Christopher Miller. And what was the name of the other guy? The other guy. Oh my god. And, yeah, there you go. It's a good one. So many lines, so little time. Something like this, something like this. Yeah. In-betweening is actually fun. I think everybody should be in-betweening all the time. This is the only thing that makes sense in the world. This is a party, dude. What else? What other news are there for animation? I don't know. I just remember the Clone High new season's coming out. Velma. People are still trashing Velma. I think episode 4 just dropped, or 5. And I think I'm already tired of the Velma hate. Because I know it sucks, but I don't think people need to keep talking about it. Also, I just watched a couple scenes of an anime by Crunchyroll. You know that Crunchyroll, they stream anime. Apparently they made a show that was called X Arm, and I loved it because it was so poorly animated that it's actually funny. And I feel bad because I know that animation is hard. There's probably a team behind it, and I'm like trashing what they're doing. But it's funny because the main character is a 3D model, and everybody else is like 2D, but even poorly animated at that. And I don't know, it was just bizarre how they made a show so bad. The action is just awful. It's just weird. It's not even just awful, it's just weird. It's like everything's out of place. Poorly timed. The expressions of the 3D model are uncanny, to say the least. X-Arm. That's the anime. You should watch it, it's amazing. In anime news, the Crunchyroll's awards went out. What do you mean they went out? Are they out? Like, I've never watched the Crunchyroll awards, actually. I didn't know they had awards. I mean, I guess they have awards, of course. Oh god, not X-Arm. And if I can recall correctly, the anime was so bad, even the manga sequel got canceled for the creator. What? Is that real? I mean, that sounds like misinformation, but at the same time, it is that bad. It is so bad that he could absolutely cancel the manga, even though the manga was not at fault. Although, you know what? The plot of the episode was also pretty bad. The episode I watched, it didn't even have a good plot. So maybe it was the right move to cancel the manga. that is hilarious, actually. Imagine doing such a bad rendition of something that they canceled the original. I love that. It was terrible, but yeah, Crunchyroll awards, and who got the awards? Like who won? what are like the categories anyway? Like best shonen or best action, best horror anime? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna look it up. I'm not gonna be lazy. I mean, I can ask you, which is also fun, but I'm gonna look it up myself. So let's bring in a Google Chrome window. Oh, sorry. Let's see. Let's bring in a thingy. I'm using my laptop as my secondary monitor, and it's not good. Let's see. Crunchyroll awards. Also known as the Anime Awards, are given annually. Yeah, but 2022 winners. Let's give it a look. Oh my god, where's the chat room? It's right here. Okay. Ready for the reveal? No, I don't care. I mean, anime of the year. I want to see who's the anime of the year. Attack on Titan. Again? Oh, that was last year. This 2022. I'm not sure how this works. I'm not sure if they're like giving awards for the past year. I guess for the past year, right? Okay, so Attack on Titan. That makes sense. I mean, it's insanely popular. What were the nominees? 86. I should watch that then, probably. Jujutsu Kaisen. People say that the fight scenes of Jujutsu Kaisen are outstanding. Ranking of Kings, Sonny Boy. I don't even know these. I know, like, really... What's the word? Really mainstream anime only. I don't know. I didn't know these ones even existed. Best animation. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that should not be for Attack on Titan. As much as I love it, it's not the best animation. Dude, I cannot open this. Why can't I? I don't like this website. It's hard to use. Okay, maybe I gotta click it over here. Best animation. Seriously, dude. Okay, whatever. I got tired of it because the website's not allowing me to see the thingies. But now I know that Attack on Titan won Best Anime of the Year. Which, as I said before, it makes sense. For example, next year, I guess, Chainsaw Man could win, because this year Chainsaw Man was insanely popular. Like, whenever an episode dropped, it got like a lot of people talking about it. And I'm not saying it's better than other anime. I'm just saying that you know, that kind of stuff counts. I mean, awards are literally popularity contests. I don't think they're quite objective usually. But I did enjoy the season of Chainsaw Man anyway. It was weird. It's a weird anime from a weird manga. But it's refreshing. Dun, 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 dun. My favorite thing about Chainsaw Man was the opening, though. I really like that song. Even though the actual soundtrack of the show, I didn't love it. There was not a single soundtrack piece that I was like, oh, I love this soundtrack, which is exactly what happened to me with Attack on Titan. I watched season 1 and I was like, oh, the soundtrack is crazy good. But Chainsaw Man, it was like, yeah, it's okay. It serves a purpose. Or maybe, no. It was kind of mid. I don't want to say the word mid. I hate the word mid. Like, I understand what it means usually, but at the same time, I feel like it's used in such negative connotations most of the time. I don't want to say mid. I'm going to say it's okay. It's fine. Obviously, it's not bad. But as I said before, when you watch Attack on Titan, that's like, Jesus Christ, these soundtracks are amazing. Like, from the get-go. You watch episode 1 and you're like, the soundtrack is the best part of the episode, probably. That and the big red Titan made out of flesh. Those are the 2 best things of episode 1. Where am I gonna do this? Here looks good. Oh, Dragon Joe said something. Gotta go real quick. We'll be back shortly. That's fine, Dragon Joe. I'm gonna be here for at least 3 hours because I said before I wanted to finish this scene here, which is starting to seem impossible because it just took me like half an hour to make one transition from one post to another, and I have 5 posts at least. So it doesn't sound like it's gonna happen, right? Like let me think about it. So this is like one transition. And it took me quite a while, and it's an easy transition. Then I have got another 1, 2, 3 transitions, 4, 5, and 6. I've got 6 transitions left. I'm not going to finish it today. I'm sorry. I don't use mid for an obvious reason. Is it obvious? I don't know. I mean, I think the obvious reason would be because of the people who use it. I don't like the people who say mid, usually. But what's the obvious reason for Mr. Skin? I don't know. I don't like how people use it. I feel like it could be an okay word, but I feel like the way people use it sucks. So I'm not gonna say mid. Dragon Joe's back. Nice. That was fast. Now this is my Achilles heel probably whenever I animate Calavera, and it's the hair strands that are white. I always mess them up, and I think the problem was that even the keyframes have it wrong. I gotta figure out how to make these right. But I feel like from here to here, I'm not gonna have an issue. So let's onion skin it. Go from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, from here to... See? What happens here? What happens? So let me think about it. So the first one has got 1, 2 peaks coming upwards and 3 peaks going downwards. The next one has 1 going upwards. What happened there? Am I going crazy? Why did I do that? Yeah, that's wrong then. I don't know how to fix it. Jesus, why did I do it? I think I'm a terrible animator then. This is the kind of stuff that would be like, yeah, you're not good. You need more practice, and I need more practice. I definitely do. Like, I am always very impatient with my projects, so maybe I'm not ready to actually start a pilot. And this is proof of that. But I don't care. I'm learning throughout the pilot anyway. Now the next episode is going to be better because I'm going to fix that issue that I just figured out I was doing. I didn't know I was doing that. It's honestly quite bad. Very, very unprofessional. But you know what? I think most people are not going to notice that. I hope at least. Let's see. Here, here, here. See? It's not that noticeable, but if you stop, you go like, yeah, it's getting deformed and it's just changing shapes. When it shouldn't change shapes, but whatever. Get used to it, people. I make mistakes. Okay, what are people saying in the chat room, though? People are saying the word is created by a certain culture and a certain people. Yeah, exactly, there you go. Yeah, that's exactly right. Exactly, mid has been a word for a long while, but this year, or maybe the last part of the last one, is when people started using it in a way that was very... I don't know. I think they ruined the word. But this is the thing, the word has no fault. The word is not at fault because it's just a word. But yeah, I don't know, it's just association. I feel like it's not fair to judge the word for the association that you're giving it. But it does leave me with a bad taste, I guess. So when I said it, I almost felt like recoil. It was like, ugh, I just said mid. I'm not going to say the word again. Gotta be more careful. The word okay is fine. It's like, yeah, okay. It's not amazing. But I'm also not going to, like, put you, like, like that's a bad thing necessarily. Average stuff exists and it's okay. It's not bad being average. Being average is fine. I myself am average. My height is the average in the world, not in America. In America, I'm a short guy. 5'8", right? 5'8" is short, but I feel average, so that's a good thing. See, I'm bringing the positive out of averageness. Oh my God, this line. There you go. Also, I don't want to be a short king. I just want to be short and left alone. That's another word I don't like, short king. It's like, I don't need to be a king. No, I'm just short. Leave me alone. And I'm not even that short. I'm average, kind of. Depends what statistics you ask. 5'8" is fine. Let's see. Oh, there you go. No, come on. These curvy lines are so hard. Come on. Come on, almost there. It needs to be right in the middle of both. Nope. Yeah, that's the right one. I'm gonna get really good at like precision drawings, I guess. Not even like good. I literally mean precision. I'm just following exactly the place where I want to be. Let's see. Let's see what people say. How old? Oh, people have said a lot actually. You're back. Yes, you're back, Dragon Joe. Cool. I can't find any more news that's interesting to report on. Right? Yeah. There haven't been many news this week. Not really. I mean, there's always something big usually happening. Or let me think. No. There hasn't been much happening this week. How old is Calavera? Calavera is 25 years of age in the first episode. Meaning that as long as the plot takes, he's going to grow. And I think the entirety of the plot would happen in maybe 5 years total. Because I want the team to have like a lot of time to develop like what's the word? Companionship. So I need them to get to know each other a lot, quite a lot. So maybe 5 years. So maybe he's between 25 and 30, somewhere around those ages. And so is Freya. Freya would be the exact same age as Calavera. Zara would be the young person in the team. She would be 19 at the start of the series. And Samhain would be 2 years old because Samhain is a baby. You know that cucurbits, I've already specified it in the Boneface and Pumpkinhead comic book, that cucurbits grow quite fast. Coileen in the first episode is 2 months old. He's also another baby. He's an actual baby. He's a cub. And he's meant to grow in 1 year time. Like in 14 months, Coileen is meant to be an adult. So he's going to have his adult version quite quick. And that's why when you meet Samhain, you go like, oh, you're 2 years old, but you're an adult already? And it's like, yeah, because cucurbits grow fast, and then they live a lot. So Samhain's a big baby, literally. Calavera is just an adult. So is Freya, and Zara is kind of in the middle between a child and an adult, right? She's still got a lot to learn. And who else? Homunculus. Homunculus is... Let me think, how old is Homunculus actually? Homunculus would be 10 years old. Because Calavera creates quote unquote. Like he thinks he created Homunculus. Not exactly. But he did kind of like allow him to be born 10 years before the show starts. So that's why they already know each other quite a lot. Because Homunculus is almost like a childhood friend of Calavera. Yeah. But Homunculus is harder to give an age. It's like more complicated than that. But he's been in that form or shape for 10 years. So he's also a child then. Let's see. Mid-word a long time. Adverse king. I'm an adverse king. Or average, okay. No, I'm also quite adverse. Adverse, I don't even know what it means. I just know that it's not good, right? Adverse. Oh my god, my laptop is so laggy. Let's look up adverse meaning. Yeah, adverse is like antagonistic, right? Yeah, preventing success or development, harmful or unfavorable. Yeah. I know that's not what you meant, but I actually I could see myself being an adverse king. easily. Din. What else was I gonna say? I was gonna say something fun. Nah, maybe I have nothing fun to say. Oh yeah, I'm addicted to Starbucks. I've been having Starbucks for too many days, non-stop. Today's the first day in a week that I haven't had Starbucks. I think I'm gonna gain weight just by drinking coffee. It's the best way to gain weight, I think. Usually people gain weight by eating burgers or something like that, but now I'm gonna gain weight by drinking coffee. It's so good. You know, it's full of sugar, I guess. Like, there's gotta be a trick. There's gotta be a reason why it's so delicious. It can be good. It can be healthy. Yeah, actually, you know what? That's not even interesting, but it is a thing, though. No. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Damn it. Come on, over here. But yeah, I wish I could, like, if I could win the lottery or something like that, I could make the show myself. That could also be cool. Just... Oh no, you know, actually, what? If I got the lottery, it depends how much money I would have. Because the reason I can animate every single day of my life is because I gotta pay rent. So if I didn't have to pay rent or food, I could animate myself. But if I won the lottery, it would be... Rent would be paid, but also I would have a lot of money. So I would have a budget, right? Then I don't know, man. If I won, like, $1 million, how many episodes could I make with $1 million? Realistically. I think one episode should cost, like, $50,000. So 1 million would be a whole season, I guess. But of course, I am an indie animator. I'm not gonna make a show with the budget of an actual studio. It would be maybe one episode, $10,000. 10 grand per episode, meaning that I'm working full time anyway. Like, it's not like I'm just giving people money and waiting for the episode to come out. Not for 10K. 10K would not be enough. It would be 10K and me giving up my life to work every single day on it. 10K? I think I can do it for 10K. If rent was covered. Yeah. So if 10K would be one episode, or one season, I wish it could be 15 episodes or more, so 15 times 10 would be 150,000. Ugh, that's a lot of money, man. I don't have that much money. That's too much money. I wish I got the lotto. Jesus Christ. How am I gonna make 150K? I'm not gonna make 150K ever. Just here hoping. Goddamn money. I hate money. I wish I didn't need money. Da 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 dun 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 dun. Bram 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 bram. Rip rip. There you go. That's good hair, Calavera. What are people saying? Starbucks king. Yeah, I'm a Starbucks king. I'm a Starbucks adverse king. Maybe my cough is because of Starbucks. I mean, that would make no sense, but it is the common denominator these past few weeks. Maybe instead of drinking a Starbucks, I should start drinking Dunkin' coffee. What are people saying? Usually people who say when I win the lottery I'm gonna buy blah blah blah, but you just want to make cool animations. Yeah, no, I'm not kidding. If I ever got like extra cash, I'm spending it on animation, definitely. Like, in fact, the reason I got my voice actors was because I had like a little bit of extra cash, and I was like, okay, what am I gonna use this extra cash for? Am I gonna think about buying a new car? Am I gonna, I don't know, man, like buy clothes? Maybe go on a trip? And I was like, nah, I'm gonna get good voice actors. I'm gonna make sure that everybody sounds good. And I don't regret it. I feel like all my money should go to my animation. So the next investment I'm gonna make, and I'm gonna, like, instead of buying, I don't know, an iPad, I'm gonna give money to in-betweeners and colorists to help me out to make this thing faster. And if I won the lottery, it's going straight to the episodes immediately. 1 million K, dude. I'm making 10 seasons. I don't care. Nah, not 10 seasons. I'm making a couple of them. Not because I don't want to, because As I said before, animation is insanely expensive. I don't think I could make 10 seasons. But yeah. I've already said it, like every single dollar that goes into Patreon or YouTube is going back to Calavera. That's the only thing I want to make. I want to make more episodes. And let's say that in the end I make 10 seasons and I'm bankrupt. I don't care. I can die happy. I don't need money. I don't even like money. The only reason I want money is because I want to make more stuff. But if it were for me, I don't like buying stuff. I mean, the last investment that I did that was also for my animations was a computer. That's it. That's the last thing I need to buy. I've ran out of things that I need to buy. I don't need to buy anything else. So starting from now on, all the money you make, Calavera. And okay, we have a few extra lines over here. And I'm gonna read the chat again. What's the chat saying? That looks good. Wait, how old is Calavera again? Calavera is 25 years of age in the first episode, and he grows a couple years throughout the series. Calavera 25, Freya 25, Zara 19, Samhain 2, Homunculus 10. It's a weird bunch of ages. It's also weird that they technically have 2 children in the team. But they're not children, they're monsters. Monsters don't count as children, I guess. Okay, let's see. And in fact, inside of the plot, Calavera is going to have a pretty similar vision of money that I have. Because I think the 5 characters are going to be self-inserts. I figured it out. I feel like Calavera is a self-insert, but so is everybody else. They all have aspects of my personality. And one thing I'm going to include in Calavera's obsession with science is going to be the same thing I just said before. Like, whatever money he makes is for his science. So if he ever makes, like, a lot of money, he's thinking, like, oh, I can spend it on these machines. I can make more research with that money. And, like, it's not that he likes money. It's that he needs it to, like, fuel his obsession. And I was like, hey, that's, like, literally just me. Again. It's another thing that I have a lot. But, yeah. But then Freya, Samhain, and Zara are also quite similar to me. And they all kind of suck, but they suck the same way I suck. And I think it's cool to have all my flaws in all the characters be their personalities, essentially. And people are going to be like, hey, which one's more like you? And I'm going to be like, they are all like me. I am terrible in so many ways. And I'm displaying them for everybody to see. And laugh, because it's funny when people suck. They also have good qualities, of course. Yeah, that's a good, like, it's such a simple motion, just going from here to here, but you saw that it took me 1 hour to make that. Jesus Christ. 1 hour to just make this guy rotate. Now the faces. Usually the faces are quite easy for me, but I'm going to leave the faces for later. I want to first get the body motions finished, which is really the hardest part. Let's make a new frame here. Here, and here. By the way, the hands, I'm literally just using the same frame for the hands, and you wouldn't even be able to notice it, so I'm going to keep it like that. So the body is animated on 2s, and the hands are animated on 4s. So, like, each frame is 4 frames long. Each drawing is 4 frames long, which is weird. But honestly, like, you're not focusing on the hands, they're even behind the table. So if I bring the opacity of the table the way up, you wouldn't be able to notice how little animation the hands have, really. So I'm going to keep it like that. Now let's bring this back to transparency. And let's read the chat room. What are people saying over here? Oop, lol. Starbucks would probably have enough money to make animation things you go into them. That's true. Like, I should not spend so much money on Starbucks, because if I drank one $6 cup every day, I could save a lot throughout a month and make more animations. Yeah, I think it's not a healthy way to think anyway. I gotta eat food or whatever, just be happy, and also spend money on animation. Yeah, it's true that I should not be that obsessive. Artists always put a bit of themselves in their characters. Yeah, it's hard not to, really. Like, I was... When I first made Calavera, he was a self-insert. Then I was like, okay, but let's steer away from that. And the more I steer away from making him a self-insert, the more I put things that are actually part of me that I didn't realize. And it's not until I put it in him that I go like, oh, dude, I do this as well. Like, this is me. Again, by accident. And I think even the villains are gonna be a lot like me. Like, I've already thought about a couple villains, and I was like, I'm gonna make this person suck this way, and I was like, oh, I did that once, and I'm like, oh shit, I did it again. So I think maybe that's what happens when you have one writer. So in the future, I think, like, let's say I make a season, I think I would like to have a couple more writers to avoid those things, because it's true that I don't know, that could be a blind spot. That could be a writing blind spot. Like when you watch anime, that's the thing you notice, that it's clearly written by one person. When it's clearly written by one person, sometimes you notice that writer's weakness is too fast. And that's a bad thing in general. That's why Western animation never does that, or Western television in general. Western television is always made by teams. Because there you go, like, I don't trust you. Like, I'm gonna have you be the leader of the writers, but you're not gonna be the only writer. I'm gonna have people tell you not to do stuff. And I think that is a good idea, but it does become staler in the end, right? Like, your show has less of a personality, has more of a company behind it. I don't know, man. Like, I think both have weaknesses then. I just realized that right now while I was talking. I was like, maybe that's why anime is also quite popular, because when you watch one show, you're definitely watching one person's personality. Like when you watch Full Metal Alchemist, which is really good, it's so reflective of the personality of the single writer that it's charming as hell. I feel like if it was written by a team of like Hollywood writers that all graduated from Harvard, maybe it would be way less charming. Oh my god. Then what should I do? I don't know. I'm gonna figure that out later. I just figured that writing is hard. Probably that's what I'm noticing now. Yeah, I'm constantly discovering stuff that should be obvious. Like today I discovered the whole breakdowns and keyframes things, making animation extremely easy. Like what I'm doing right now, it's a lot of work, but it's really easy. And studios, what they do usually is that they don't let animators think about the stuff they're doing. They always have the storyboard artists plan every single motion of the characters. So that's why animators actually complain. They complain because when they're given the job to animate, they're not giving any creative freedom. They're like, oh, so I go to my office or I work at home, whatever, and I just gotta in between the stuff that you already had somebody else draw. That's boring. And they get pissed because they like, I want to give them my own personality a little bit. But honestly, at the same time, it's like way faster because this is such a thoughtless process I'm doing right now. So they're giving all that, all the thinking to the storyboard artist. Before, the storyboard artist would just say the character is sitting in this part of the room, and then the animator is gonna, get the motions flowing, right? But now, really, they're the ones planning every single motion, which is crazy. That wasn't the case before. Like you watched like an animatic for The Owl House, for Rick and Morty, rest in peace, for Smiling Friends. It's always the same. Like you watch the animatic and you're like, this is basically an episode already. Like it's already animated, but it's not animated. It just has the keyframes. But the keyframes are the important thing, really. And I did that today. I was like, I'm just gonna focus on the keyframes first, add breakdowns, make sure that those look interesting. And voila, I just gotta make in-betweens now, mindlessly, like a drone. So that's when I figured maybe I can hire people to do this, because like there's nothing they could do to take away what I did. Not saying that they would do it wrong, but as I said before, I want the animation to look like it's 100% mine. Obviously crediting them, being like, no, these are the in-betweeners. But I don't want animators to add their thing yet. Maybe in the future, but for this one, I want it to be 100% my keyframes. So in this in-between, or this breakdown, that's a word, breakdown, I'm missing the straps, so I gotta add the straps. I forgot to add the straps. And in fact, this thing over here should be more diagonal anyway, so this is also wrong. Let's get rid of the wrong stuff, and let's add those straps on, boy. Let's see. Here, and this will go like this, and this will go like that. The one thing I am tired of Calavera is the straps, both for the goggles and the the apron. The apron is actually fine, but the goggles, usually they kind of like go up and down. Because if he makes a quick motion, the goggles go up. And you know what happens when the goggles go up, right? That the straps follow them upwards. The apron, the straps usually stay still, so they're still annoying. But they don't do crazy stuff. And for Zara, the cape. For Samhain, the vines. And for Freya, honestly, the whole thing. The entire suit is hard to animate. But I like their design, so I'm not gonna change their designs in those regards. But it does get tiring whenever you have to be like, oh, now I have to work on the goggles again. Yeah, so this is a good in-between. And if I go on 2s, it's not going to be a lot of work. If I went on 1s, it would be a lot of work. But I think, I said it on Twitter, that the trick to animate on 2s is just be good. Because when you animate it on 1s, since you're interpolating every single line, everything looks fluid, even though it isn't. Sometimes you're like watching like a blob become into another shape. But since every single frame was covered and the lines are literally interpolated, it looks fluid. But that doesn't mean it's good. It's like a trick to trick people. Also, it's obviously more expensive to make more frames. But I figure that I should go on 2s because it takes less time and also it's forcing me to make better frames. So I gotta force myself to do things the hard way always. Like frame by frame. Remember I was planning on making puppets? That would have been fine. I think my puppets are still amazing, but I'm getting way better. I'm gaining so much experience just by drawing every single frame that in the long run it's going to be way better doing it like this for my learning. I mean, not for the show necessarily, because if I was using puppets, I'd probably be way ahead of where I am right now. I would have done... Not actually that much. The bodies were still going to be frame by frame, so I don't know. Parallel universe, I guess. We will never find out how long it takes to make these episodes with puppets. Because I'm not doing it. I'm not doing puppets. Let's see. Oh, my neck hurts. I'm going to need to stretch my neck for a second there. Oh, damn. I have really bad posture. What are people saying in the chat? People are saying Calavera supremacy. Exactly, that is correct. Objectively true. Calavera is supreme and people should bow down to him. People should fear him. And yet love him at the same time. That's what people should do. Let's read the next one. What the Calavera doing? What the cat doing? What cat? You mean, I don't have any cat on screen, do I? Maybe I have one. What the Calavera doing? Not a good question. It's just a shame that the fact that Rick and Morty had to end. I mean, Rick and Morty is still going on, but it will be way different because of, you know, the possible... I mean, he was fired anyway, right? So he's not going to work on Rick and Morty. He might even go to jail, right? He might even do jail time, I think. I don't know. I'm not well informed on the subject. But yeah, Rick and Morty is going to be way different, both in the writing and the voice acting, so we'll see. Maybe it's better. Didn't the creator of Rick and Morty get arrested for assault? Exactly, yeah. I mean, he didn't get arrested, but he was charged with it, and that means that he's just basically terrible for the brand. So Adult Swim let him go, because even if he doesn't go to prison, that's... just the fact that it's being questioned that whether or not he assaulted his girlfriend, that's really bad anyway. So, no, he's not going to work again in Hollywood. Never. And he had like 4 shows in total. He had like Koala Man, Solar Opposites, he had Rick and Morty, he had the Halloween specials, which were going to be like a year show, a yearly show, and the 4 shows dropped him. They were like, yep. Oh, the game, he had a game. Now, he had a game studio. He didn't have one game, he had a couple. And all of them were like, yeah, we cannot keep working with you, dude. And the thing about him is that he was a massive creative force on those IPs. So all of them, I don't know what they're gonna do. Like, he was like those games and those shows were like 95% his personality. So they're gonna feel weird. I think people can emulate both his voice and his comedy, but the question is whether or not they're gonna do it. But no, I think they could pull it off, but it's hard. Maybe Alex Hirsch should help out with Rick and Morty. Maybe. Honestly, if I were Alex Hirsch, I would just stay away from that because the problem with him is that he's friends with Justin Roiland, and you gotta treat that kind of stuff like a hot potato. Like, you don't want to be too associated with him because they're already quite associated. And you know how people are. People like essentially blame you for just knowing somebody and not attacking them. So just the fact that he's gonna be silent on it is gonna be a reason for some people to already kind of doubt him. So if I were him, I would steer away from Rick and Morty. I mean, Alex Hirsch is way talented to. He doesn't need, quote unquote, he doesn't need Rick and Morty. He can make other shows. Do you think people will be able to separate the art from the artist in that case? Yes, but separate the artist from the art. What does that really mean? Just you can just watch Rick and Morty. It's fine. I mean, if you can't, that's also perfectly fine. But I think most people don't have that strong of a moral compass to just stop watching the show altogether. Um, that stuff happens with a lot of shows, like Ren and Stimpy. Like I still love Ren and Stimpy, even though the creator's a creep. Like I wouldn't be friends with him. I don't like him at all. But I still love the show. I still love Ren and Stimpy. Rick and Morty. I never loved Rick and Morty that much. I mean, I like it. I think it's funny. It's a funny show. Come on, it's funny. It's gross. It is gross. I've heard people saying now that they were like, "Yeah, I always thought the show was gross," and it was always gross. But yeah, I think it was funny. I can separate the artist from the art, but the artist kind of fucked up. Like it wasn't a small thing, you know. So I think we can acknowledge both things. Also, important thing: the art was made by a ton of animators and artists that didn't do that. So I think in this case, especially since the show was made by a whole team, it's not fair to judge the art by the artist. But if you do, I get it. Like I think that's also perfectly fine if you do. In my case, I will separate the artist from the art. The artist probably is a huge douchebag, but the art was made for by a whole team, so I can. Maybe Alex Hirsch doesn't know what to say. No, of course, yeah, that's what I mean. Like Alex Hirsch probably won't even talk about it, and because it's hard when you know the guy, I guess, you know. But that's what I mean. Like if I were Alex Hirsch, I would just stay away from the topic altogether. I wouldn't go into Rick and Morty to work because the first thing that will happen if he works on Rick and Morty will be like, "What do you think about everything?" And he's gonna be like, "Ugh, I don't know. I'd rather not say it." In some cases, no, because some of the artists have the stuff that they have in the show. Like I hate Marilyn Manson and his music because listening to him was supporting him. But there you go, Marilyn Manson. His music was mostly him. There were a couple producers working with him and musicians, but it was mostly him. But Rick and Morty was done by tens of artists, like maybe like I don't know, a team of 50. So I think in this case it's a bit different, but at the same time, if anybody decides to stop supporting the show, I'm perfectly okay with that. That makes a lot of sense to me. I get it. It's hard to deal with the thoughts someone you knew would do that. Exactly. There you go. The problem is that you know the guy. You're like, I'm having trouble even believing that that happened because, of course, when you have a friend, you never see that part of them, but that part of them is real, right? So it's gotta be tough. But that's why I think that he should just focus on his own thing. He ever gets asked about it, like he can respond kind of what's real. Like he has a hard time dealing with it. But if he works on Rick and Morty, he's gonna have to defend the show. And I don't know. If I were him, I wouldn't work on Rick and Morty. I would work on something else. He's a brilliant guy. He doesn't need Rick and Morty. Let's see. Oh, so am I going to go on 2s here, or am I going to go on 4s? Or on 1s, even? I think, let's see. Let's see the whole animation. How it goes.
At least one of you guys can take this research.
I'm going to need a couple more in-betweens, definitely. Okay, now we know what we got to do. Let's add another head. And now this head is going to do something weird, because I don't usually do rotation from the y-axis. I always do from the z-axis. I always go like left to right, you know what I mean? Like left to middle. But I never go from up to down. Like that's hard to me. I don't practice that, so I did it. So I'm gonna practice that right now. You're gonna watch me learn how to do, or how, not learn, but work more on y-axis rotations. They are very hard to me. For some reason, like normal like z-axis rotations are quite easy to me. You know, it's not for a reason. It's because I practice that a lot. I do them so much that I think they're obvious. But the other type of rotation, I don't get it, honestly. And as I said before, it's not even a mystery. It's like, because if you don't practice it, you're not getting good at it, of course. Obviously. Oh, let's see, here. Yeah, but Marilyn Manson, actually, there's a joke about Marilyn Manson on the new Clone High. And that's one thing that pissed people off, because they like made the situation too light, probably. I don't know, because I haven't seen it yet, but that's what I heard on the Twitter. My throat. Let's go down here. Ooh, there's also a line that goes up here and up down here. Oh, and they also had Andy Dick. They also made a joke about that. I don't even know what Andy Dick did, but I know that people don't like him. I think it was like a lot of stuff. Oh, Andy Dick. I don't even know what he does. Is he like a comedian? I mean, he is a comedian, obviously, but I don't know if he's a movie star. I'm too young to know Andy Dick. Let's see, let's take these out. Hey, Mr. Meeseeks, it's me. Look at me. I should be the new Rick and Morty. Okay, no. Actually, I'm conflicted because I think it is kind of funny when people make the Rick and Morty audition tapes. But at the same time, it kind of pisses me off that people are making a joke about something serious. But what pisses me off the most probably is that I do find it funny when I shouldn't, but it is funny. Oh my god. Let's see what people are saying in the chat. Clickety. Vroom. Let's see what people are saying. It's hard to deal with that. Maybe Adult Swim can have Calavera now. It's a good question. Is Adult Swim suitable for Calavera? Because Adult Swim usually has more like Aqua Teen Hunger Force comedy. And I'm definitely not doing... I mean, I like Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I never want to put down other cartoons, especially if I do enjoy them. And I do enjoy Aqua Teen Hunger Force. It's really absurd. But it's not what I'm doing. So, and the channel mostly has that. I think that Venture Bros is the show that I would vibe with the most from Adult Swim. But most of their shows are not like that, so I don't know if it would be a good fit. Both for them and for me, like... Yeah, I don't know, this is the problem when you make a show, like, which would be the best channel for you? I never know. Because each channel does have, like, a vibe, really. There's, like, things that you match with. For example, my show could not be on Disney Channel. It couldn't be on Nickelodeon. Could it be? Could it be on Nickelodeon? They did have Avatar, The Last Airbender, and I already said it before. It is for kids, but it is also not. It does not shy away from dark themes. And it did have Invader Zim, so that's two things that would match with my show. I think Avatar and Invader Zim are good points of reference for my show, and those two were on Nickelodeon. So maybe Nick actually could be fine. Especially if I tone down the violence, I guess. Maybe they would be like, yeah, but don't kill people, like, don't actually kill people. Because in Avatar, they killed a couple guys, but they never made it, like, obvious. So, like, it was, like, ambiguous. It was like, oh, did he die? And yeah, he did die, but I don't know, they kind of made it ambiguous somehow. So maybe they'd be like, yeah, we're going to bring down the death toll a little bit, and we're going to do this and that, and I'm going to be like, yeah, fine, okay, no problem. So Nick could be cool. Cartoon Network, Adult Swim in any case. I don't know, Adult Swim, I don't think there's any shows like mine, really. Like, I can make the comedy more Adult Swim-ish, but I don't want to do that, not really. Like, I want it to be funny, but I don't want it to be 100% a comedy at the same time. I don't know, I'm conflicted. It's not the same that a show is funny that a show is a comedy. I don't want to focus on the comedy. I want the comedy to almost be an accident, if there's any. What are people saying? Imagine having Invader Zim on Adult Swim. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. I think Invader Zim on Adult Swim would be worse. And I know that they would have more freedom to do crazy stuff, which would be really fun at the same time. Like, but there's a huge charm on Invader Zim being like absurdly horror oriented without there being any actual horror in it. I think that's what made it so funny. That it's like there's like horror themes, but there's never actually violence or anything. It's like absurd. It's even more absurd when it's for kids. Maybe Research Unit of Horrors would be more suited for a streaming service. That's another good idea. Would you let HBO Max stream your show? I think I would let HBO Max. I mean, obviously Velma. People are complaining about Velma, but I do like HBO in general. Actually, you know what? HBO would be amazing. It's like, obviously HBO Max is not the same as HBO, but you know, being on the same channel as The Sopranos or you know like those big shows, The Wire, like wow, those are big cachet shows. You know what I mean? I do like Harley Quinn. Yeah, Velma's terrible. Velma's the worst thing they've done in animation there, but they do have Primal, which I respect a lot. As I said before, Harley Quinn, I actually like Harley Quinn. It does have like a storyline plot, you know. I think people who complain about Harley Quinn are usually like very classic Batman fans. But like in a vacuum, I think it's a great show. I think that if you're too conservative about what Batman should be, then maybe you would dislike it, and I would understand that. But personally, I think it's a great show. Personally, I love the animation. The humor is usually pretty okay. There have been very few things that I have disagreed with. Like I kind of disagreed with how they treated Kite Man, but they kind of like fixed it later on. So I don't know. I don't dislike it. And what other show they have? They have Primal. Primal's a great show. It's like for adults, and again, it's not like Adult Swimish. It kind of is, but isn't. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me a bit of Samurai Jack. Kind of. Oh, and Samurai Jack was on Toonami, right? Or was it just Cartoon Network? Maybe Toonami would be good. Would it? Like, no, Toonami's dead. Forget about Toonami. Or is it dead? Is there still Toonami? I have so many questions and so little answers. I'm a very ignorant person. Let's see. So, oh, that's a good in between, dude. Like, how did I do that? I didn't know I was able to do this. This is kind of convincing. It's kind of convincing. Or is it? I don't know. I think maybe I gotta draw these strands of hair before I sing Victory Egg, probably. Nah, this is the thing. Maybe I'm too conformist. Maybe it's not that good. But you know what? I'm okay with it. So I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. Let's bring this guy over here. This guy over here. This guy over here. This guy over here. No, that's terrible what I just did there. What happened here? Okay, so I'm confused because here he has got the sideburn. Here he doesn't because he rotated both downwards and to his right. So now this is what's hard. How do I make this guy disappear? Or do I make this guy disappear? Maybe I can bring a little bit of the sideburn here. So that way the transition is a little bit more feasible. Yeah, I think that's the right call. Yeah. Also, it gives me a good guide of where things go. Yeah, okay. I'm going to do it like this. Maybe add a little bit more thickness to the thingy. And now from here to... Oh my god, what happened to this guy? Oh no, this is this guy. Okay, now, I think I got it. I might have failed as well. Yeah, I have the time, I don't even know what I'm doing. Let's see, like this. Is that good? Nope, it's not good. Like, it's getting smaller, but at the same time, it, like, disappears way too fast. What happened there? I don't understand perspective. I mean, if it's way too fast, you won't even notice.
You guys can take this.
But nah, it's kind of visible. It is kind of visible that it's not right. I don't know how to fix that. Let me read the chat for a while, and then let's go back to that. Will you let HBO Max stream? Yes, I already said that before. I always read the last comment I read before. Sorry. There was gonna be Johnny the Homicidal Maniac in Adult Swim, but Jonan said no. Oh, really? Did he? You think he said no because of my same reason, that he would have to focus on the comedy? When Johnny the Homicidal Maniac was funny, but it never felt like a comedy. It felt more like a commentary on Jonan's teenage angst and misanthropy more than anything. And there was a bit of like a ambiguous plot. So maybe if he went to Adult Swim, they were like, yeah, but let's make it funnier. You know, like let's make it like more hardcore and make fun of this. And he was like, nah, I'm not doing that. Velma is just so horrible. And now everybody are making memes of Velma because it sucks, because it's really bad. Your aesthetic are such a dream for cybergoths. Exactly, that's true. Yeah. Calavera is like a medieval character, yet still he's very futuristically gothic. Am I the only one who wants an adult animated The Mask show? I think you've already spoken to Drew Grounds, right? He's a huge Mask fan, so I think he would be on board with you on that idea. He would also like a Mask show. Me too, actually. The Mask. Ooh, you know how we like The Mask? Kind of like a DC show, you know, like a DC movie type animation. But of course with the goofiness of The Mask. Like, it doesn't have to be as goofy as Freakazoid, but you know, in that direction. Like, so my idea of a good Mask movie would be make a DC movie, but make it direct itself more like a Freakazoid episode. That's my idea. That would be my pitch for a Mask movie. And voice actor, you need a really strong voice actor for The Mask. Like Jim Carrey did a good job with the live action, in my opinion. I don't know if people like it, because I'm, you know, obviously I'm a normie. I know The Mask more because of the movie than the comic book. So I honestly don't even know if it was a good adaptation of the movie. I liked it. I thought it was interesting. But was it a proper adaptation of the comic book? I'm not sure of that. I never read the book. Maybe I should. So I'm not the perfect guy to talk about that. What's another adaptation that I like that I've never read the actual source material? There's a couple of them. For example, I really liked Alita. Nobody likes Alita, but I love that movie. But I did watch the anime, and I also like the anime a lot. The anime was based on the manga, obviously. Never read the manga, but I'm assuming the anime was quite faithful. I'm assuming. Maybe I'm wrong. But I like Alita a lot. They're talking about making a sequel, possibly. But honestly, I think it's very feasible that they won't. I think not that many people like Alita. The movie. Because of the eyes of the main character, mostly. Poor girl. Let's see. After doing a little bit of research, there was a Mask show. I like your idea. Yeah, the Mask show was... But it was for kids, right? Yeah. But actually, you know what? Now that I think of it, that Mask show was kind of Freakazoid-ish, both in the animation style and the comedy. So maybe it was already done, my idea. Okay, so now that we have this in between with the body and the head, we just need the hand, and then I think I'm gonna make an in-between of the in-between, because I feel like it's not fluid enough. And either it's not fluid or it's too fast. Let's check it out.
At least one of you guys can take this research seriously enough.
No, I think the breakdown should also take longer, because otherwise it's kind of weird. Let's see, let's give it another try.
At least one of you guys can take this research seriously enough.
Maybe that was too long. This is the good thing about digital animation. You can do this 100 times with different options, and you don't need to retake the pictures.
At least one of you guys can take this research seriously enough.
That was still a little bit too long, so I'm gonna just move it 2 more frames, and I think this is the right one. And how many frames did I gain? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it had 6 originally, and now it has 8, so it didn't even change it almost.
At least one of you guys can take this research seriously enough.
It feels weird still. I feel like, is it too fast or too slow? It's one of those two, definitely.
At least one of you guys can take this research seriously.
Yeah, I think I know what's happening. It's because between this frame and this one, there's no in-betweens. But I feel like, and this is gonna be really annoying, if I fill in all the frames on 2s, the motion is gonna be quite slow in a good way. That is gonna Make the motion believable. So it's got to be like a slow motion. And, you know, slow motions are the most annoying because they're the ones that have more drawings. But I think that's going to be the only solution for this problem. Like, springing up is fine, but going down has to be slow. It's got to be like, you know, if you're receiving a book that somebody's handing to you, you don't move just your hand like really sudden. You go slow. So that's why 8 frames is good waiting time, but I gotta fill each one of them with. And in between, I'm gonna do it on 2, so it's gonna be 4 drawings, which is not a crazy amount, but nah, it's gonna be annoying. Okay, so now this one then is gonna be on 2s or 1s in the end. This is the one I was thinking about.
You guys can take this research.
I think the speed is good, but it does look, you know, like choppy. Should I go on 1s? Maybe I should go on 1s. I'm gonna animate it on 1s, and if I don't like it, I'm just gonna extend it to 2s, I guess. Okay, so 1 frame here, a frame here, another frame here, another frame here. And I don't know why I thought I was gonna finish this today. I really believe that. I'm such a fool. I am so far away from finishing it, and it's been an hour and a half. I'm gonna be streaming for 3 hours tops, so there's no way I'm gonna finish it during the stream. Why do I delude myself into thinking that I can do something faster than I can? I always have high hopes for my speed, and I always fail. Okay, now this in between, the problem is that it's not literally an interpolation of the hands. So let's cheat, guys. We're gonna do some cheating. I'm gonna go get my camera. Ooh, oh, don't show my face. That was my face. Now you can like see my face. That's fine. Don't worry. I've shown my face before. It's not like a face reveal or anything. But I don't like showing my face if I'm not ready. I didn't even wear any makeup. I never wear makeup, I'm kidding. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take pictures of my hands so I can use it as reference. You saw me last time that I did that, and it was a good idea. So here it would be all the way down. In the middle it's kind of twisted like this, so let's take that picture. Yeah. Let's bring up the picture over here, and let's take a snapshot for it. Yeah, using my hand again. So this is why people go to art school, so they don't have to do what I'm doing right now. Because if you went to art school, you have spent maybe 10 years learning how to draw an anime, and this would be really easy to you. But it's very difficult to me, because I never spent 20 hours a day just drawing hands. So now I cheat. And now this hand will look better if it was a little bit more like this. Damn in my throat. Okay, now we use that as reference, and it's all good. No problem. My lack of artistic skills will not be obvious now. Now we go to the line work, and we use that reference. Okay, so... but we need to use the more scratchy lines. Oops. So one finger goes like this, kind of looks like this, like this, like this, like this. Dun, 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 dun. Then we get the other finger. Goes like this, like this, like this, like this. And this is, I think this is going to be a big part of my art style, having the hands always gesticulate like I do. Because these hands are, I don't think I see these hand shapes very often in cartoons. And they're the ones that I use to talk myself, so they all have my hand gestures. So I think that they're going to be very recognizable after a few episodes. They're going to be like, oh, you know what? These are the Uranium type hands. They're going to be a type of hand. And people are going to ask me, how do you draw hands so well? Or so interesting, at least. And I'm going to be like, I cheat. Every single time, I cheat. I take pictures of myself. I use the reference. And I don't know how to draw hands. I don't know what's happening. But I can copy stuff very well. I'm very good at copying. And people will be like, oh, he's a cheater. Screw this guy. And I'll be like, yeah, okay. I'm joking. I think that, because I think artists never talk about all the references they use. I'm always very open about how much references I use, and I use a lot. I think most shows do use a lot of reference, probably. It's a great way to save time. Even if you're good at it, you're always saving time using reference. Always. There's never an instance where it's faster to actually think of it yourself. But I don't know. Okay, yeah. Actually, the only thing wrong with this hand is the pinky is too chubby. This is a chubby pinky. Pinky fingers are usually not chubby. So let me make it thinner and even shorter, I would say. Yep. Broop, broop, broop. Dun, 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 dun. I constantly use myself as reference. It's just the right way to do art. If you want to make it good, like if you want to just practice how to come up with stuff yourself, that's also great, honestly. Like if you're really practicing just how to figure out like skulls and hand shapes and like positioning of bodies, that's an amazing skill to have. It's an amazing skill. But it is not necessary. Or I don't know, man. It's just that I'm conflicted because I think that more traditional artists have a lot to teach me, and they do, and they always recommend you to really practice your posing from examining like actual models so you're able to do it yourself. But at the same time, I think, but is that really necessary to be able to draw poses yourself? And it's kind of not, but I feel like I'm wrong. I feel like I truly believe something that I know is wrong. So, I don't know. I'm conflicted about it. It doesn't matter. I'm using hands. I'm using my own hands. I'm already doing everything without reference, so why not hands? Okay, so it's not even perfect. This part should be thicker. I'm gonna try to fix it a little bit, but I'm not even gonna try that hard. Give it a little bit more volume over here. And it looks a little bit better. And you know what? It's definitely oversized. Let's get rid of this. I don't need it anymore. Also, I gotta mirror it. Oh, I haven't mirrored anything today? Oh my god, that could be disastrous. If you don't mirror stuff, you don't realize when your drawings are skewed to one side. Okay, fortunately, they don't look awful. I think this one is a little bit weird. I can still fix it. Although I didn't mean for the chin to be kind of out. Actually, let me try something before I move on. Oh, the head layer. I think I can bring the head a little bit backward to make it more natural, but I do like the idea that his chin is like pointing out. So maybe let's tilt the head a little bit more like pointing out. Makes him look more like even more pissed. And he goes back to normal position. I don't dislike that. Yeah, I like it. And that's not what I was doing today, though. I was working with this hand. It's not skewed, but it is definitely overgrown. Compared to this one, it's huge. So we gotta resize it and rethink the vectors. Where are the hands? Okay, yeah. This is the hand that I'm trying to draw here. And I know that it's getting closer to the camera, but still too oversized. It's insanely oversized. So let me make it smaller, thinner as well. And maybe like this would be fine, size-wise. But now the problem is that the line work is going to be too thin in a few areas. So I gotta fix those. Let's just bring in the thickness a little bit over here. This is both annoying and so convenient. Like, it's annoying because I don't want to stop and just make each single line thicker. I wish it could be automated. But at the same time, it really gives you a lot of, like, it gives you many options whenever you want to make line work look in a very specific way. Oh, this shouldn't be there. So, for example, if you were just a cleanup artist, this is an amazing tool, what I'm doing right here. Yeah. See, this one's too thin, for example. I gotta make it a little bit thicker. Here as well. Oops. Yeah, like that. And also, you can work with your mouse doing this. You don't even need to actually draw. I think this is gonna be fine. Here as well. Yeah. Okay. And now I gotta draw the, of course, the rest of the glove, which usually comes over here. like this, and like this, maybe? Yep, no, I don't love it. Maybe gotta go thinner. Like this. And this one will also be wrong then. Let's grab the line work and make it go more like to the middle. And I think that's good. I think that's pretty good. Again, being a bit conformist is my talent. Okay, let's see what it will look like. It would be like dun dun dun. Then. Oh, that's okay. Again, too conformist, but I actually like how it looks. I think it looks fine. Mirrors come in handy. Yes, they are. Sadly, you gotta go, but have a great day and stream, guys. Thank you, Dragon Joe. It's fun having you here. I hope to see you in the next one. It's okay. People are busy. Let's see. What is that? Oh, somebody replied to me on Twitter. Why is it ringing so many times? How many Twitter notifications are they? Oh, this is charging. What's happening? My phone is like vibrating a lot. I don't even know why. It's because of TikTok or Twitter or the battery. I don't know what's happening. I don't like my phone. Twitter says reject storyboards, return to animated. See, this is exactly what I was saying. Like I just tweeted that that storyboarding is when people really think about what the animation is gonna be like. And an animator replied, reject storyboards, return to animating as you go along without a plan. And this is what I meant. This is what animators, pure animators like. They like being the ones creating the animation with just the positions being given. I just want to know where the character starts, where he ends. And everything else, I just want to make it myself. Oh, he's kind of joking, though. He's kind of joking, but I think he's right, though. Like, I think people do like doing that. But, you know, if you're working with a company, if you're working with a studio, you want to be efficient. And storyboarding every single keyframe and every single breakdown is the most efficient way to do stuff. It's the cheapest one. But whatever. Let's keep going. Okay, ooh, what did I do? No problem. I should save my file because this software doesn't usually do it, but sometimes it does crash. And that would not be funny. After how many hours of work? 1 hour 30. 1 hour 40 actually. Whatever. Let's keep doing the body. Well, now he needs a neck. So yeah. I'm fascinated by how some people they can watch me draw these lines for so long. Like I get it that it's really cool, but I didn't know people thought it was cool just drawing in betweens for an infinite amount of hours. I mean, to me, it's the coolest thing ever. Honestly, whenever I see a YouTube video of somebody like doing just in betweens, I'm always like, I want to watch that. Well, why isn't this content that people are putting out there? But it's not everybody that thinks that way, I think. Okay, yeah, that's a good frame. Let's go with this in between here. Damn throat. And let's keep going. More in betweens. Infinite amount of in betweens. I wish somebody paid me to do this. Somebody was, here you go, have $20 a day. Only two in between. I'd be like, okay, because with $20 I can eat a nice meal, and I can have a Starbucks cup of coffee every single day. This considering that I wouldn't have to pay rent, and I do have to pay rent, so maybe $20 is not enough. But I wish somebody paid me $20 to do this. It would still be cool. It's better than zero. But you know, I have big plans for this series, so this is a sacrifice I'm making today, so that tomorrow I have a big thing. It's a big project. I can really put off instant gratification really well. Or maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe both. What are people saying in the chat room? Bye, Dragon Joe. Sorry I'm quiet. I had a tiny emergency. Okay, is it bad? Or is it like hardware problems? I hope it's not bad. Like if you have to go for something important, of course, there's no problem. And if it's, I hope it's not bad. Like I'm kind of worried, but I mean, if you're still watching, then it's probably not that bad, right? It's okay to post my part of the map on the YouTube. Yes, it's fine, I think. Yeah, no, but if you're not talking, that's always fine, of course. Bloody nose. Oh, yeah, that sucks. Yeah, okay, but it's not a huge problem, I think. Yeah, okay. I mean, unless it was it was something big, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But bloody noses are usually not fatal. Usually. Damn, I've been coughing quite a lot today. I think that's not good for content creation. This line's so hard to pull off. Oh, I'm not using the pulled string. I should use the pulled string. Pulled strings are amazing, guys. Whatever software you're using, whether it's Procreate, Sketchbook, or Adobe Photoshop, you should look into that. I think it's called something different in those softwares though. It's not called pulled strings. It's called stabilizer maybe. Although pulled string is a great name, it's very descriptive of what it actually does. I'm still coughing, but I got hot. I'm gonna take off my jacket. Alright. Let's keep going. This line over here. This line over here. I wish I could do this in one try, like a surgeon. Oh, that's it's kind of boily here. Oh, you know what? I should never have this issue again because I can just do this. And now that I did that, I gotta do this as well. Oh my god, why haven't I been doing that my entire life? Okay, I just figured out that I don't have to make perfect strokes. Although I do prefer perfect strokes, but what I just did right there is gonna save me some time. Okay, now the next line, same issue. I'm gonna do it in one stroke, and if it's not oh, that's actually almost perfect. Okay, but that's good because now I can do the vector thingy I did before. And now I gotta bring this guy over here. And tick. Oh my god. This is a game changer, honestly. I don't know why I haven't been doing this. You know how I discovered that you can do that in such a great way? It's because I was watching somebody do cleanups for Hell of a Boss. There's like a YouTube artist here that does cleanup, and they showed one cleanup work. And I noticed they were doing that a lot, and I was like, why are they doing that? And now I'm figuring that it's very useful, actually. And they weren't even doing strokes, they were like just reusing lines and moving them along the animation. It was pretty crazy, actually. I don't remember their YouTube channel, though. I can look it up later and share it on Discord. I think some of you people would find it interesting. Also on Toon Boom, obviously. Everything I do is on Toon Boom. No. Yeah. Sorry. I'm a bit of a pig. So, oh, what is that? Sure, please do. Yeah, that's the Billy and Mandy reanimated Discord server. I still haven't started working on my shots. But I think that when I get on it, I think it's going to take me like 2 days. But I won't do it until I'm in America. I love it if you could link the original tweet post as well. That would be smart. Oh, why am I missing the mark with this line so much? Oh my god, almost. No! I suck at this. Come on. Now my question is, would this task right here that I'm doing right now, would it be easier on a Cintiq? You know, like actually drawing on the screen, would it be easier or would it be worse or would it be useless? Because I want to buy one, but they're so expensive that I don't even know if they're worth it. They're probably not. They're really expensive. They're like I don't know, $1,200 or something. And then there's different sizes. I would really hate to buy one that is too small. I mean, I'm doing okay with my Wacom tablet in general. It's an Intuos. I love it. But when I have to draw these lines that are like really in the middle of stuff, it's really hard to get the hand-to-eye coordination right. And it's bothersome. I don't know if a Cintiq would be an upgrade. Get rid of these, this guy, and maybe this one. Yeah. Brum, 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 brum. Oh, there's a bunch of lines that I didn't even delete before. This one, this one, this one, this one also. Okay. You okay now? Yeah, Miss That Guy, are you okay? Like, did you survive the nosebleed? I hope you did. Yeah, the body's looking good. Although, yeah, this is what I meant with bad keyframing. You can notice that the chest is expanding a little bit, which shouldn't be happening, really. Yeah, he shouldn't be. The chest is kind of expanding, although it's going like smaller here and bigger here, which is twice as weird, actually. It's like both expanding and compressing at the same time. Or maybe his back is arching. Yeah, that's what's happening here, right? Yeah, if this guy goes in and this guy goes out, then he's arching his back, technically. But that was not intentional, though. That means that the breakdown was not properly measured. Whatever. She's okay. Okay. Good to know, Mr. Guy. Good to know you're okay. Thanks for asking, both of you. Yeah. It's just that you use the word emergency, so I got kind of worried there. Yeah, but I know nosebleeds are not usually a big deal. Okay, here's another inconsistency. This guy gets way bigger here and then goes back to middle size, so that is bad. That is not good. So I think I'm going to do the vector thingy I did before. I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller like this and like this. Technology, right? Oh, but now that messed up the line here. Technology as well. It's got good things, it's got bad things. This is not perfect. This maybe like this. I don't want to redo the trace. Let's see. Now it looks kind of like a too angular, whatever. Now it's expanding in the last frame, which is better than expanding in the second one and going back. But now I think it's shrinking. Oh my god, it is shrinking. That's also not good. Okay, there you go. Yeah, now this one is consistent. This one is not. So maybe I should bring this guy down as well. Oh my god, where is this? I tried to select this and it's not here. Where is it? Where is it? It's in the other line? Oh my god, where is this drawing? Oh, this is a head layer. What happened there? Wait a minute. Okay, this is the body layer. Oh, I drew this in the head layer. No problem because there is no head yet, so it's not the end of the world. Oh, that could have been catastrophic had I not noticed it before. Thank God I noticed it in time. I was drawing the body in the head layer. So let's delete this one. Let's go to the body layer and paste it. Yeah, still good. Okay, no problem. What are people saying? Wait, I have a question. Can you die of a bloody nose? I think you can die of stuff that can produce a bloody nose as well. But not the bloody nose itself. I don't think I'm crazy, but I was just curious. You can, but it's extremely rare. Yeah. But I think that, for example, if you have like an aneurysm popping in your brain, which I don't even know what it actually is, I think that when that happens, your nose bleeds. But it's not the nosebleed that kills you, it's the popping of the brain, you know, there's like a literal like blast in it. So it can be considered more of a symptom than an actual thing. I think. I don't know. It's been a while since I've watched a Dr. House episode anyway. So maybe I have no clue. Okay, next in between. So many in betweens to draw. No, but for the most part, I think nosebleeds are because I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's crazy how little I know about life. Maybe here, maybe this guy here, and this guy here, and this guy here. Now this arm doesn't need to have a really good drawing for it, because the hand is going to be on top of it, just like it is here. Because if it's here, now it's going to be right here. It's going to be right in the middle, so maybe I don't need to pay attention to detail here anyway. So I'm going to allow myself to draw a poor arm there. It's not going to be a big issue. You have the face mask there. Good. It's good to be protected from disease and pestilence. Stuff like that. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Let's come bring this guy over here. This guy over here. Dun 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 dun. Okay, maybe I should bring a topic. What should we talk about now? I've been silent for a while. I mean, I'm never silent, but I don't know. I'm not bringing up interesting stuff to talk about. I should bring up something. Oh yeah, did I tell you that I watched The Barbarian? It's a horrifying movie. It's really, really terrifying. I think I haven't felt so much anxiety watching a horror movie in a long while. So I don't recommend it if you are not willing to suffer from stress during a movie. But if you're okay with feeling like anxiety and stress, then I totally recommend Barbarian. Also, it's like the plot is really messed up. But you know, if you really want to feel scared, it's a good movie. Again, as I said before, it's not for people that are sensitive, or you know, some people cannot handle the anxiety in movies, and that's perfectly fine as well. So if I, who am a person who doesn't usually feel fear or anxiety watching a movie, I felt it, then it's because it's pretty shocking. What else? It's got the guy who played a clown in that It movie. He doesn't play a clown here. I don't think so. And it's got the guy from Dodgeball. What was his name? I forgot his name. What's the name of the guy from Dodgeball? Oh, I know his name, dude. I forgot his name. Dodgeball movie. I'm Googling. His name was Justin Long. Yeah, that's the guy. Funny guy. Really funny guy. Oh, I'm gonna give it a watch. As I said before, if you hate the movie, don't blame me. I'm telling you that it's really messed up. Because the problem with that movie, because I recommend people to watch Menu, for example, right? But that movie is perfectly fine. I think that nobody's gonna be shocked by Menu. I think people are gonna be surprised by it, but not shocked. If you watch Barbarian, you're gonna be shocked in a bad way, possibly. So that's why I'm conflicted. I don't know if I should be telling people to watch it. I enjoyed it. The reason why I enjoyed it the most was because it was directed by Zach Cregger, who was in Whitest Kids You Know, and that was a sketch comedy group that have a lot of really good sketches. And I don't know, I kind of felt nostalgic watching it. I was like, oh, my boy has grown. He's become a movie director. He was just a funny guy, and now he's directing a really good movie. So I gave it a watch because I liked him as a person. And I was impressed by how messed up he is. It's like, it's a really messed up idea. He's very good. I hope he gets more directing gigs. I didn't know he could direct. Like, what even entails being a director, honestly? How do you learn to direct? I guess only by directing. I mean, he did direct a few of the comedy sketches they did, but this, I don't feel like it's the same as a movie at all. Not even close. Like, the sketches were really like bad. They were low budget, not bad. They were low budget and really absurd. Yet the movie is like directed like by a master director. It's like really well directed. So I don't know. Like, if I wanted to be a director, what should I do? What are the steps, right? Maybe you gotta get like a gig in the business, and then learn from the director from watching him, I guess, or her. I don't know. Get rid of this, and that. Uh-oh. That line is too thin. When lines are too thin and you then decide to color stuff, it doesn't work because it's not technically complete, the frame where you can fill in with a bucket tool. So it's annoying when you have very thin lines. You gotta be careful with those in the software. It's the only disadvantage I find in the software, that if lines are too thin, it does not read them as vectors later on, which is absurd. Because vectors have no size, so what does it matter if it's thin or not? Well, it cares. And I don't like it. Let's see. I have been wanting to watch an actual scary movie for so long. Okay, then that's an actual scary movie. So, I did warn you. But if you like really messed up ideas, then that's your movie. What else am I gonna watch? I'm gonna watch Get Out. Can you believe that I haven't watched Get Out yet? For some reason, I just kind of missed the hype. For some reason, I just didn't notice it. I noticed people talking about it, and I was like, yeah, I'll watch it eventually. Never watched it, and then I forgot about it completely, and then now I'm thinking maybe I should watch it. Maybe it was as good as everybody was saying. So I don't know if I'm gonna watch it today or tomorrow, but one of those 2 days I'm definitely gonna give it a try. I hope it scares me. Okay, let's see. Brap. Come on. This guy and this guy. Come on. Get out. There you go. And here. Here I need the neck thingy. I'm almost done with the body. So basically, during the stream, I'm gonna finish one transition and a half. And I had to finish a total of 6, so... Again, I don't know why I thought I was gonna be able to finish the whole thing. I mean, I did work a lot. I did get a lot done. But no, I'm finishing it. Why does animation take so long? It should be faster. Oh, almost. One more try. No, one more try. These are terrible tries. Every single one of them. Oh, that's actually a very good one. Can't believe I did that. Now I'm gonna try to bring in this vector more up here. No, this guy more up here. So it's actually perfect. Oh no, that's not perfect at all. What did I do? Right? This guy more like up here. I think that is perfect. Borderline. Oh, actually, there's a little bit of missing here. To bring this guy out here, and now I can do this. Yeah! It's a really good frame right here. I'm enjoying it. Let's get rid of these, get rid of that, get rid of this, and I'm done. That's another body frame. So we have the whole motion of the body here. I still don't have the head or the hand, but it's gonna be obvious if it's smooth or not. Anyway, so let's give it a try.
You guys can take this.
It is smooth. It is very smooth. But should I keep it on 1s or 2s?
One of you guys can take this.
Okay, you go up and then you go there.
At least one of you guys can take this research.
Okay, it's still missing the neck, so it still bothers me. So it is smooth. I should give it a try on 2s though before I move on. Let's try it on 2s, and then see. So I need to go to the body again. Body is here. Should move this frame over here, this frame over here, and this frame over here. This will be on 2s. Let's see if that's better or worse.
At least one of you guys can take this research.
I'm gonna see it a couple more times.
One of you guys can take.
It does look choppier if I go on 2s.
You guys can take the.
Oof, it's actually quite choppy. Obviously the neck blinking is making me lose focus on what really matters, which is the arms. But it does lose fluidity.
One of you guys can take this.
I mean, what happens when you animate on 2s and 1s, so I think I'm going to keep it on 1s. Because you know what this means? If it doesn't look fluid on 2s, it's because you didn't nail it. And, okay, I can admit my failure. I didn't nail it. It's good enough on 1s.
One of you guys can take this.
But the fact that it doesn't work on 2s is because it's not perfect. And, okay, I missed it. I missed the mark. Let's see what people say. I haven't seen Get Out just yet either, so I can say if it's scary. Yeah. So we're here. We have the same issue with Get Out. We don't know if it's scary yet, but people say it's fantastic, so it's gotta be good. Hello, Drew. What's up? You joined the party in the end. Nice. I've been drawing in betweens all day long, and these ones are looking pretty sharp, but they're only working on 1s and not 2s. And I was trying to do it on 2s because I think that if you animate something good on 2s, it's because the frames are strong. But these ones then are a bit choppy. Like the volume is kind of dancing around, it's kind of boiling. But whatever. I just finished watching my very first viewing of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and you loved it. Nice. Very good, very good. But yeah, people love the new Sonic movies. I haven't seen them yet. I don't know if I'm gonna watch them. I mean, I should eventually, but haven't yet. I do like Jim Carrey. And I do like Sonic, so how could it not be a fun movie? You know, what's the only thing I feel like I'm not gonna like about those movies, and I don't even know because I haven't seen them yet. But it's like the human friend that Sonic has. Why does he have a human friend? He reminds me of like Shia LaBeouf in those Transformer movies. Like, I want to see the robots. I don't want to see the guy. In this case, the same thing. I want to see the egg, and I want to see the hedgehog. I don't want to see that guy. Who's that guy? Why is he a cop? Or I don't know if he was a cop. But whatever. That's my opinion of the movie without having seen it. Maybe I should watch it before I actually form an actual opinion. But Drew thinks that it's a perfect movie, so it's worth a try at least. And it's not even just one movie; it's 2 movies, so definitely worth trying both. Okay, let's do the in-betweens for the head as well. Let's go. So now we need to go this on tools. And where's the head? Oh my god, I'm scared. What happened to the head? Oh, it's because it's it's invisible. Oof, got scared for a second there. I thought that I had deleted them or something. But nope, it's right there. Now we have the middle one. Now we need the in-betweens of the in-betweens, so on 1s. And then I can draw the neck properly. Let's go. These guys, this guy. The chin is it a straight line or is it kind of curved? I think it's slightly curved. Slightly. Barely. Keep going. Now from here to here. Nope. More like from here. Almost. There you go. Perfect. Here to here, here to here. And connects to the ear. Let's get rid of the excess. As usual. I'm always repeating the same tasks, really. And now this ear is moving from up there to down here because he's rotating in the y-axis, so I said it before. Okay, oh no, missed a mark there. No problem, I can fix it like this. Nope, I don't want to travel alone. Let's see, Doon. Oh my god, this is probably such an annoying stream to people because I'm coughing non-stop. Like, I've already gotten used to the sound of my cough and the fact that it's breaking my back. But no, as a listener, it can be pleasant to hear me cough every 2 minutes. Whatever. It is what it is. I am sick and there's no fixing me. I'm a bad boy to the core. To my uranium core. Oh, jeez. Now the hair as well. In between is easy. Okay, maybe not that easy. We understand that you were sick, so you're okay. A nice pun. Nice. Thanks for acknowledging my terrible pun. That's a nice pun. Yeah, I think my uranium core jokes are getting better, especially since my YouTube channel is now called my secondary YouTube channel now is called the Uranium Score. I think it's a very good pun. I'm very proud of committing to the pun. Like before, it was called the Uranium Core Music, which makes sense because it's just music for my channel. But the Uranium Score is so much better. Let me show you the YouTube channel. I think I gotta open a different Google Chrome though, because right now I am on the main account. I gotta go to another version of Chrome to open a secondary channel. And it's right here. Yeah, there you go. You can see it now. Oh, I can't even watch myself. Now my channel's called the Uranium Score for music, which is nice because, you know, soundtracks are called scores as well. And it rhymes with core. If I didn't explain the joke, it wouldn't be funny. So now it is funny because I explained it. Whatever. It's all good. It's all good, man. It's all good, man. Here, here, here. Here, here, here. Perfection, right? I agree with Drew. Drew Grounds appreciates good comedy. And I already said it on Twitter. I think Ms. That Guy saw it. If I ever make a merch store, it's going to be called the Uranium Store, which is going to be the third rhyme in my series of rhymes. And I'm already thinking of my fourth rhyme. I don't know what it's going to be, but I promise you that it's going to be really good. The uranium, it's got to rhyme with core, that's it, right? It's not even that hard. The uranium lore. I mean, lore is fine, but nah. Uranium bore, like boring. Uranium roar. Oh, roar, like a lion roar. That could be fun. What can I do with that? I cannot think of anything. The uranium poor. Oh, uranium poor, like a poor person because of uranium? I don't know. I'm gonna keep brainstorming, but without saying my ideas because they're all really bad. When I have a good one, I will tell you. I will notify you. What people saying? I'm gonna listen to your music later. Get your more views. Yes, that would be good. Right now, I don't even have that much music, but if I have a lot of music, I wanna, you know, like make playlists so people like actually listen to it, like if it's possible. But right now, I have a few Calavera tracks. I have the Stab Me Gently soundtrack, and I have a couple covers, instrumental covers. So I don't have much, but I want to fill it with stuff. The problem is that I'm so busy animating. Honestly, making music is really hard. Because making music is not that intensive as animating something, but it does take like a full day. And honestly, when I make music, I like to finish a project. So I feel like if I started making a song today, I wouldn't stop until it was done. And that would take me the entire day, so that would mean that I animated a total of 0 frames. And I don't like when I don't animate anything. I like at least advancing something, the pilot, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm not making music. But if I got to making music, I'm quite fast. Usually takes me 1 day to make a track. The problem is that, you know, I would stop animating for a while, and I don't want to stop animating. Not now. Jesus Christ, my cough. Let's see. What are people saying in the chat? Uranium door. What would that even be? But it does rhyme, so it is good. As long as it rhymes, I don't even care what it does. I'm gonna make a uranium door, whatever that means. When we do drawing days, we can say that we're working in the uranium drawing board. Oh, the uranium board. Yeah, that's good. That's a really good one. Yeah. We should do one, not next week. Next week I'm traveling. But the next week we should do another uranium board. And that's the official name starting off. From now on, the uranium board is officially the name. Let's see. We could even stream one of those uranium boards actually. That could be fun. But we should make a uranium board with like a goal in mind. You know what I mean? Especially if I'm gonna stream it or whatever. Like, I don't have to stream it, but if I were to stream it, it would have to be a very specific uranium board. No, but uranium boards in general are fun anyway. Actually, you know what? Yes, please. Yeah, more uranium boards, right? Yeah. No, we're gonna do uranium boards all the time, at least twice a month, right? That's how many we've done this month, right? We did 2 in January. There's 2 more coming in February, and I would do it next week. But the problem is what I just told you is that I'm traveling next weekend, so. And I guess during the weekdays I don't do much stuff because during the weekdays I'm assuming some of you go to school, to college. Some of you guys probably even work. So I don't do much on the weekends because of that. Like if I had a lot of people on the Discord, maybe I would do more stuff like on Mondays, Tuesdays, but I like streaming on Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays because that's when most people are not as busy. Let's see. But yeah, uranium board coming next week. No, next week. The week after next week. There's 3 of us. Oh yeah, Miss Dead Guy. Did you see that I made a cover of the There's 3 of Us song in my channel, in my other music channel, and I think I posted it on Instagram. So yeah, you probably saw it. I think you did. I don't know. But that's the one track that I made in the Uranium score that is most successful right now. You know, because of the good what do you call it? Hashtags, I guess, or tags, not hashtags, tags. So I think if I make another cover, it's definitely gonna be another "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared" track, because I already have the algorithm for one. And if I learn anything from YouTube, is that YouTube usually wants you to make more of the stuff that you made that was successful. Like in the Uranium core, I make Zim content because of that. It's like because the algorithm has dictated that people like Zim, and they like watching him in my channel specifically. So I'm kind of forced to make it more Zim always. And on the Uranium score, for now it's Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, so I should make another one. I should make the what was the name of that song? I don't even know the lyrics. I just know the melodies. We gotta get ready for the big day, big day. That was when Doug died. And he was getting ready for the funeral. The big day. It's probably called the big day, the song. I'm gonna try to make that one. It doesn't seem that complicated, honestly. Got a simple melody, but I don't know the chords to it yet. I think I could look them up. I mean, it's been a while since the show came out, so maybe the chords are already out there. Because for the other one, I had to do it by ear. I had to like figure out the chords. And I'm not really good with chords. I'm good with melodies, but I'm terrible with chords. So that's my problem with that other song. I don't even know what the chords are. The Uranium chord, that's another one. Yeah, there's an infinite amount of rhymes that I can make with chords, especially if I force them. If I don't even try to make them good, there's more. Oh, this ear is kind of like melting here. I don't like that. I should bring it up here. Like this. Yeah. Oh, actually this guy as well. Now it's not melting. Oh, it is melting though. The last one is very ugh. Hate it. Maybe bring this guy over here. And this guy also over here. No, what was that? So ugly. Like this. Din, din, din. It's boiling a little bit. It's dancing. It's like not good. Maybe because this guy should be going more to the middle. Like this. I don't know. It's actually kind of bad. It's kind of bad. It's kind of better now. Okay, just don't focus on that. If you focus on that, you're gonna ruin your own experience on the show. Whatever. What are people saying? Yes, and I absolutely loved it. Okay, so you did hear it. Try not to let the algorithm get to your head. We gotta get ready things for the big day, big day. No, I never let the algorithm get to my head because if I let the algorithm dictate what I should make, I would not be making my own pilot. Because obviously the algorithm doesn't benefit original content for obvious reasons because it's unknown tags. If you type in Calavera, Calavera no. But if you look up research of horrors, there's not like trending content there, you know? So obviously if I'm making this, I don't really care much about the algorithm. If I cared about the algorithm, I would be making more Dr. Livesey jokes. because those are the ones that are widely successful, both on my channel and on every other channel on YouTube. Maybe not anymore, but honestly, when I made the Joker Dr. Livesey walk, I didn't know that it was going to be that popular. But I remember that I was animating it, and like a week later, not only my meme, but in general, the meme of Dr. Livesey walking like a Chad became a huge thing. It was big, but it became enormous. It was like non-stop Dr. Livesey walking memes. So I think I was one of the lucky guys who got there before it really blew up. I mean, I got there in time, not before it blew up. It was already kind of starting to blow up. But if I really had wanted it, I should have made more of those things. And maybe I would have gotten a lot of subscribers. I did get like 1,000 subscribers just from that meme. To me, 1,000 is a lot because back in that moment, it had less than 1,000. It had like 700 followers or subscribers. So only saying that 1,000 of them, of the 2,000 they have right now, came from that. It's actually substantial. It's like half of them. The other half came because of Zim. Zim is popular, but it not as popular that week or that month as Dr. Livesey. Speaking Russian. I even got like a lot of Russian comments. Russian people must have been so surprised by the cartoon being so famous all of a sudden. Because we don't really watch Russian cartoons at all, right? Do we? I don't think we do. And all of a sudden their cartoon got like really big. Or their movie, I mean. Cartoon movie. It's both things. No. Come on, get it right. Come on. No. I missed the mark again. Gotta zoom in a little bit more. This line is so hard to get right. Come on, I got it. Ah. Okay, I can still edit it, so I'm gonna just do that. I'm gonna bring it over here. This guy over here. This guy over here as well. A little bit more over here. A little bit more over here. I think I got it. Yep, it's a perfect line. Everybody getting ready for the big day, big day. So that's a good track that I could make. What's something else I could make? I would like to make some Disney covers, but make them like really dark. I don't know which one to start with. Maybe with Tamatoa's song or the Are You Ready from Diane and the Frog. I like that song a lot. You know what song I'm talking about, right? The one from the the wizard. The wizard. The mage from Diane and the Frog, the bad guy. The voodoo. What's the word? Voodoo sorcerer? Was he a sorcerer? Did he have a word? Or Dr. Witch? Was he a Dr. Witch? I don't know what he called himself. But that song, I really like it. I think it's really spooky and funny. The Magician? I would recommend Disney covers. Why not? I like Disney music. Or what's the issue? Is it Disney people? Maybe Disney adults are the issue? I think that's perfectly understandable if they're a problem. The Magician. Yeah, I mean, he does perform magic. Not magic. Perform magic sounds like you're like David Copperfield, right? No. But you know what I mean. He does work with magic. But specifically voodoo, I guess. So that's why I was looking for the right word. I guess if you specifically do voodoo, there's gotta be like a word for that. That's why. What did it say? Dr. Witch? Witch Doctor? Witch Doctor sounds good, actually. Witch Doctor sounds like a fun concept. I don't even know what it actually is. Witch Doctor. It just sounds badass. Disney has been taking down videos like crazy. Yeah, copyright issues. Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. Maybe not Disney. I think I should... You know what would be really smart? And I don't think I'm going to be able to do it because I don't have enough time, but somebody should do it. Is make like the entire season 1 of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared instrumental. Like if I could make that, I could make one playlist that people would just fall into it like a trap. They would fall into it like flies. Because once you have already one track, the algorithm is going to recommend you the next one. And obviously if you're already like Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, you're going to be down to listening to the next one. I could even make like a compilation. Like a full like 40 minutes. Yeah, I should do that. I should really do that. Just every single song from the season, make it into like an orchestral version. That would be really smart, but you know what? I don't have time for it. But somebody should do it. Maybe not me, but somebody. Or maybe I should just organize my time better and try to make like a track a week, maybe. If I make one track per week, how many tracks could they be? Let's see. Like each episode has like 4 songs or 3 songs, I think. And it's 10 episodes, right? 10 times 3, 30 songs? There's no way that's right. There's no way there's 30 songs in season 1. You know about that show, both of you. Tell me how many songs does season 1 of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared have? Is it that many? Is it really 30 songs? Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared theme, Uranium core. Yeah. Well, no, I have that one. I have the main theme already done. That's the one I have. But I want to make every single one so I can make it into like one playlist or one compilation. And I think that would be crazy successful on YouTube. Because I've seen people do stuff like that. And I think that hasn't been done yet because the show's pretty recent yet still. So if I was the smart guy who did it first, I would get those views and I would get a lot of, what do you call it? Visibility, I guess. But it can't be 30 tracks. That's too many tracks for one season, right? So, for example, episode 1... What is episode 1 even? I don't even remember episode 1. Oh my god, I forgot about the show entirely. What was episode 1? The first episode was with... I don't remember what was the first episode. I know episode 2 is when Duck dies. Oh, Jobs. You're right. Yeah. Jobs. So episode 1 has obviously the opening theme. Then you have the song where Duck is being brainwashed. You have the song when... obviously the Job song. The one by the suitcase. And you have the song... Isn't there a third song? Just 2? 2's not that many. If it was 2 songs per episode, that would be 20 songs. That's way better than 30. 30 sounds like a lot. But I'm still not sure. I thought there were like three tracks per song. Because when Duck dies, there's also the When You Meet the Businessman. That's one. You have got the Let's Get It Ready for the Big Day, and you have the one with the funny one. Well, not the funny one, the sad one. The memory. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. So that's 3 songs in that one. And the family one has 3 songs as well, right? You're right. I think most of them have 3. He's one of those ones with one of himself. I don't know. Yeah. I also love the song where Duck is talking about his own family. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. I should do that. So what I'm gonna do is once I get back to the States is I'm gonna organize my time and I'm gonna try to fit in at least 1 track per week. That way, in a month, no, not even a month, in way more than that, in a couple months, maybe 4, I could have the entire orchestral version of season 1 of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. And I'm sure that's gonna do well with like on YouTube. I'm sure of it. But you know, it takes time. What am I even doing here? I think that line was not okay. Yeah, what's happening there? I just made a line that makes no sense. Yeah. I think I went into autopilot mode. I gotta think a little bit what I'm doing. Yeah, this part here is okay, I think. No, actually, no, it's not okay. Because this line should be shrinking a lot more. I'm gonna delete it, and I'm gonna make it again. I'm gonna make it more appropriate. It should be shrinking. And this guy goes here, and now it's appropriate. Oops. No, I need a cutter. Cut. And I think that's it. Alright, let's see. Now this guy goes here, and now we have a little line over here. Or do we? We gotta go back and forth and check it out. It looks better, but at the same time, this line turns into this line over here. So I made it too long. Okay, so where does the line go? Okay, because I think I'm gonna go from this side to the other one because I'm very confused by the other one. So let's go from here to here, from here to here. And from all the way up here to all the way down here. There you go. Jigatoon. Brum brum. What else can I make? So don't have VM scare would be good. What is there that needs like orchestral covers that there aren't of? Because most ideas, when I think of them, I look them up and I go like, oh, there's already like 50 orchestral versions of them, and they're even better than anything I can pull off. So why bother? Or it's gotta be something else. Nah, it doesn't matter, because if I'm still gonna make that Don't Hug Me I'm Scared playlist, I've already got a lot on my plate anyway. Let's see, is that okay? No, that's not okay. He's like going bald here for some reason, and then he goes back to normal. No, that is just awful. Okay, so that means that here I gotta start connecting this to this. Actually, this triangle here is gonna start disappearing. So let's get rid of all of this. Of course, these ones. Let's see if it's a little bit better. If not, I can always edit it. Yeah, now it's reasonable. I mean, it's reasonable because what's happening is kind of bizarre. Like, this part of his head is, like, disappearing. This strand of hair over here. So maybe, I don't know how to fix it. I mean, here, these two obviously match. But now this one and this one don't match at all. What is going on here? Actually, this not necessary as well. Let's get rid of this guy. And make this guy a bit longer. Here to here. Let's get here to here. Still weird. It's very weird. Oh no, it's like the triangles are going all over the place. No. This animation is not proper. It's not good. We gotta fix it. I don't know how to fix it. What's happening, dude? Like, this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 triangles, and the last one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So something iffy is going on. In the middle, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the one that's wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is going on? What is happening? Why is the amount of triangles the same, but they don't work together? Something is happening, and I don't know what it is. Okay, maybe this triangle is too long, for example. I hate when that happens so much. Okay, this guy comes here, this guy comes here. Yeah, this look better now? No, it looks awful. I hate it. I hate it so much. Well, gotta get rid of the whole thing then. Damn, I really messed up this hair, dude. But like, really messed it up. It's pretty bad. I was very confident that the hair was gonna look good, but now I'm looking at it for real and it looks pretty bad. Okay, that's way better now. Still, now this one's dancing too much. When it goes from here to here, it's like in one frame it's going way too far. So I think that this should be more like over here. And even more so. Bring it even higher. And now I gotta be careful with these lines, so I'm gonna make them thicker so they don't disappear. That is way better. Okay, I'm going somewhere now. Now this guy needs to be a bit thicker as well. Okay, I'm starting to see progress. But now these two triangles are doing something really weird, and here this is awful. Why is it disappearing? Okay, so this is where I've made the biggest mistake, I think. This triangle is way too tiny. Gotta be bigger. Let's bring it like here. And like this. Now maybe this time make it more like straight here. Bra, bra, bra. And of course, let's get rid of these weird strandy thingies. Okay. I fixed the triangle, but now this balding spot here is like vanishing here for no reason. And here, this is why, because it was already vanished in the last one. So maybe the last one is the issue. This one should still have that. Oh shoot. Don't do that. Maybe I need the the bald spot consistently stay until the end. So now this guy comes up here, this guy comes down here, he's got a weird thing over here, and ta-da! He's still got the bald spot going here. So now when I do the in-between, it's gonna make sense. Hopefully. Let's hope for the best. Okay, so now this guy goes here, comes here, comes here, comes here, comes here. And there's a triangle here that I don't know where it comes from. It just disappears, right? Yeah, it just disappears, I guess. I'm okay with that, actually. Especially at that velocity. Yeah, this one triangle is kind of still warping itself, but it's more like accommodating to the new situation. Okay, I can live with that. It's a little bit better. It's not that it's perfect, but it was awful. A second ago, it was really bad. So the fact that it's kind of usable now is gonna let me sleep sound and safe without the paranoia of the hair being too weird. It's still kind of weird. Clearly, I'm not good at animating hair moving, but it's a little bit better. Alright, let's read the chat for a second there. What are people saying? People are saying, I heard that Mickey Mouse's copyright is about to run out, but I'm sure Disney will try to intervene. Obviously, they're like the most powerful business in the world. I think they can do something about it. 3 does have the song about family. Oh, so I'm reading stuff that you wrote before that I didn't read probably. He's the one with the blah blah blah. Gas, gas, gas. Is that the one with the car guy? The transport guy? I don't remember. Honestly, I forgot like half the songs. What happened to me? I used to know them all by heart. I guess that happens with age. I'm an old person now. Kidding, it was just like a month ago when I watched those episodes. Okay, let's do the ears. The big day, the special day. Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna look at my Twitter on my phone. I got a couple notifications. Still about the storyboard thingy. Alright. Yeah, that's not a lot. How many subscribers do we have today? I think today I gained a couple. Yeah! 2269, nice. Gained like 3 subscribers today. It's a good day. 3 subscribers is not actually a lot. You know, as I said before, when I was like when the Dr. Live CB became big, I was getting like literally like 25 subscribers per day. So going from 25 subscribers per day to like 2 or 3, it's bad growth, I guess, in general. But I'm not impatient. I don't need to gain 100 subscribers each month. It would be nice though, but I don't need it. Let's see, let me look at something over here as well. YouTube growth is weird. Like sometimes you gain 1 billion subscribers in a day, sometimes you gain like 0 in a month. Or that's at least my case. Because I don't follow the trends, I guess. I should become a trendy YouTuber. I'm gonna make like Mr. Beast challenges. Okay, I'm done with social media. Let's keep drawing. Here. Here and here. How long have I been streaming? I've been streaming for a long while. 2 hours already, right? I'm gonna be old in a couple months. Yeah, are you turning like 20? I think you were 19. But yeah, you're getting older, and that's just the way life is. There's no stopping time, unfortunately. You're all gonna be dead very soon. You're gonna be in the ground, buried with our loved ones. And our not so loved ones as well. They're all there. But yeah, 20 is a good age, I think. I don't know what were the best years of my life. I think they're ahead of me. I think maybe the best years of my life are still not here. You'll be like your username. Yeah, you'll be a dead person. Because 20s were fun, but once you turn 25, you get more like independent, I guess, and that's really cool. You get more money, generally speaking. But also you have to work a lot more. So I don't know if I like working. I don't like working. I like animating, but animating I don't call it working. Let's see. Yeah, it's good. And now the neck's still blinking, so we gotta get rid of the neck. Or we gotta bring in the neck, actually, is the opposite of getting rid of it. I gotta draw the necks. And then I'll have 2 transitions finished. Yay! So this is good to time how much I would have to pay an in-betweener. So basically, if I want somebody to finish this entire shot, just the body and the face moving around, it would probably take them like an 8-hour shift. This is 8 hours of work if you finish the whole thing. Because it took me 3 to go like through 30%, right? So maybe 8-9 hours only to do these in-betweens. I gotta pay them for 9 hours of work. If I pay them a rate of, I'm not gonna say the rate, but you know, how much money you have to pay somebody to do this? Quite a bit. It's not a small amount. I've recently been writing a proof of concept screenplay outline for a short film I'm working on. Nice. It's always good to practice your writing skills. Okay, so we have another neck here. Let's get rid of the last neck. Not rid, let's draw the last neck. I don't know why I'm using the word rid. The opposite. Here. 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 And one more, come on. No. Made a mistake. Here. Finally. I've got it all. Dun 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 dun. Come on, no. I think I got the entire transition finished, yeah. Good. Oh, am I missing the hands? I'm missing the hands, definitely. Okay, I just gotta do a couple more frames. Oh my god, my neck. Okay, let's do the hands. Still in the rough draft of the main outline of the characters, but the main idea is... And I guess you're writing a paragraph or explain the main idea. I'll let you just write that. Meanwhile, for the hands, the good thing is that one arm is not doing anything in particular. It's not particularly interesting, so not a biggie. Let's see. Oh, and where's the last one going? Oh, the last one doesn't even have an arm. That's not okay. He needs an arm. So this is the position that's going to come next. That is the position that we have before. But I don't need to follow neither of those. I'm just going to do my own thing. Well, not my own thing. I need some reference, though. Yeah, like that. Make something similar here. Maybe like this. And bring in the lines here, 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 and here. Get rid of the excess. That's good. Bra, bra. I'm Hercules Mulligan. Let's see, and now that we have got this one, I can do the in-between the first one, then we need to do the in-betweens of the in-betweens. Not a problem. Ellipse. Good. Maybe line thingies. Let's get rid of the excess. Get rid of the excess. Oh, what happened there? Nope, that's not good. Better. What is going on there? Why is there always a gap? All gaps. None. So now it goes from here to here to here. And now we just need the in-betweens of the in-betweens. And they go with the right hand, or the left one. Whichever it is. Yeah, it's okay. This one. And we do this one, and this one. Perfect interpolation. And we got one more right here. We're almost finished with this transition. What's the word for these? Yeah, transition is a good word for it. Going from one key pose to another key pose. That's the good thing of where I am at right now in animation, is that it still takes many hours to finish my stuff, but I know exactly what I'm doing in every second of it, and I know exactly what's the next step. Before I was kind of clueless. I was just like shooting in the dark. But now I know exactly what the process is. I can see like a loading bar, and I'm like, oh, I'm at 30%, so it's like very good for morale to be like, I know what percentage of the work has been done. Because before I would just animate, I would just draw frames. I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what I'm gonna work on tomorrow. But now, I'm pretty sure of what I'm doing. Confident. I'm also confident that the end result is gonna be usable. So now, these are the in between. They're gonna be hard though. So I usually know what I'm doing. But here it's true that I'm not sure, because now from this pose to this pose, I'm not gonna be able to just interpolate. So maybe not interpolate. Maybe I should do it more based on this drawing. And for the first one, more based on this one. Actually, no, it would be more like a palm of a hand, right? Okay, I have an idea for this one. I think I'm gonna start with this guy, and this guy. Let's get rid of those excess lines. And then for the hand, I'm thinking that maybe I'm just like bringing the palm like it's an open palm like this, and you wouldn't be able to see because it's still below the table, right? So it doesn't even matter. So maybe just closing the gap so we can color it later. But this would be like the thumb starting to open the palm of the hand. But I said before, you're not even going to be able to see it, so why even bother? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, makes sense. It's a reasonable shot. What are people saying? Kind of my own attempt to answer a couple questions regarding modern art, the tools used to make art, and the audiences for art. I think I spoke about AI with you. You said you wanted to make an interesting concept about it, more about people working with the AI instead of against it, or AI against humans, or something like that. I remember. Mr. Skin says, "How's your day, Uranium?" Aside from my coughing, I'm having a pretty okay days. It's pretty chill compared to the one that I had yesterday and the one that I'm gonna have next week, because next week is gonna be hell for me. It's like gotta prepare a few more things before I can get on the plane, and then on the plane I'm gonna have to do a few stops, and it's gonna be pretty busy. But starting February 4th and 5th, I think I'm gonna have not 4th, 6th. Starting February 6th, I'm gonna be a lot more chill. I'm gonna be able to draw a lot. But then I'm going to start working again. A lot more than I've ever worked in my life, probably. But that's just part of life, I guess. But today's okay. Today's one of those chill days. That's why I'm streaming. I'm streaming because today I can allow myself to stream today. But yeah. What about you, Skin? What's your day been like? What should I do? Maybe I'm thinking that maybe I can just trace this one and make it a little bit different. This. Like this. Like this. Like this. Like this. And now bring in those fingers that I just copied and traced over here. You know what I mean? That way make sure that it's a consistent shape. this guy over here. This guy over here. I think this might look actually pretty good. I hope it does. Let's see. I hope it does. I really hope it does. Look good. Oh, that looks so good. No, it could look better though. I think like the fingers should be a little bit more extended anyway, because they're. No, actually, you know what? Here, it's kind of ambiguous, but they're kind of not even extended. They're actually kind of curled up already. So in the end, you're very curled up. So maybe this would be like in between. I could extend them a little bit more. Let's give it a try by extending them. Oops, this guy. This guy. I think this is successful in between. They're technically not the same shape. I'm extending them a little bit more than the other one. So for example, this one would be, no, would be more like this. Just slightly more extended. Yeah. I think these are gonna look good. Okay. And now I just need to connect this to the glove, the rest of the glove, and bring in the thumb as well over here. And I think I have finished another transition successfully, and I think I can render it to see what it looks like, and call it not a day, but you know, take a break. I think animating more than 3 hours is always difficult for me. I don't think I've ever been able to do that. Okay, so now we go from here to here, and from here to here. And that's, I mean, it's a small percentage of the whole scene, but it's pretty good. Pretty well done. Oh my god, I have so much more to do. I think I'm gonna make this one cartoonishly fast, and I'm gonna animate it just with 1 frame. So that would mean that that transition's already finished. So I have 2 more transitions only. Okay, let's check it out. Let's save the project, the file, let's render it, and hope for the best. Timing is the most important aspect of everything, so even if I'm obviously missing transitions, what matters the most is that the timing works. Let's see.
At least one of you guys can take this research seriously enough.
And it doesn't work, not 100%. I think the way that he goes up to the breakdown, this one I mean, I think it's kind of slow, right? Or maybe he stays there for too long.
At least one of you guys can take this research seriously enough.
He stayed there for too long. Okay, let's change that. That's not difficult to change, so I think I'm gonna bring these frames and make it more of a 4-frame weight. And give it another shot. Let's see. Let's render again. As I said before, I know that I'm missing transitions, but the timing. Timing is the most important thing. Let's see.
At least one of you guys can take this research seriously enough.
Okay, that's actually better. But now I'm not sure that the next pose is perfect. This one, I mean. Maybe if you're like charging your hand. Okay, you know what? I think I know how to fix it. I need to draw some overshoot here. Oh, but that would need another breakdown. I don't want to make another breakdown. That's gonna take so much more time. I gotta think about it. I think that I need another breakdown here because now the hand goes up here, but now I feel like instead of going from here to here, which is what is happening right now, it should go from here and make a, you know what I mean? It should make like a, what's the word? I don't even know what, arc. It should make an arc. It should go from here to here. So this one, this position would be an in-between as well. Or a breakdown, not even an in-between, a breakdown. So now I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Because it doesn't look perfect.
At least one of you guys can take this research seriously enough.
Or, no, I think that's the right option though. But you know what? I could make it like a really fast, snappy motion. It'd be like, you know what I mean? Like really quick. And I'm gonna do a proof of concept with the hand. I think if the hand shows that it can be done in 1 frame, then that's good. Oh no, leave the body and bring in the hand. Let's just make one more frame here. It's going to be the in-between between those two, and I'm just going to put it in the middle. And I'm going to make it more closer to the end position. So I'm going to copy this and this, but I'm going to make the fingers very curled. Like this. This, this. Because they were curled before, so it would make sense that they're still curled. I'm gonna make it almost like a fist then. So we can bring this finger here. Okay. This is kind of working. Just gonna move the position and the rotation a little bit. Darn throat. I think that's gonna be the end of the stream as well. Okay, let's see. Now this level will be more like rotated over here because of the sheer speed of the motion. And that's the end of everything. Let's see. Now we bring this guy over here. You know, like the arc motion I said, like that. And now the thumb would still be facing like outwards. Like this. And I already said that the thumb is kind of like over here. And I'm just gonna get rid of, not the entire line, but part of it. Like here, 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 and here, here. Ooh, actually leave that one. And here. Yeah, it kind of works. Come on, 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 come on. And obviously I'm missing the right shape of the arm, but if this works in one frame, then everything else works in one frame. So let's check it out.
At least one of you guys can take this research seriously enough.
It kind of does. It's a little bit too snappy, but it kind of does. And I mean the hand. Don't focus on the body. Focus on the hand. If the hand is able to do that in one frame, then the whole body can follow in one frame. It's kind of lazy, but it's gonna save me time. So.
At least one of you guys can take this research seriously enough.
Actually,
At least one.
The best way to focus only on the hand would be to get rid of the body. Because if you look at the body, then it's gonna look bad, obviously. So let's just focus on the hand. If this works, everything else works. And it might. It also might not.
At least one of you guys can take this research seriously enough. At least.
Okay, just one more thing, and I think I'm done for the stream. And I'm going to try giving the hand a little bit of overshoot, because if the hand's gonna be moving in one frame, then it's gonna have a lot of momentum, and that's gonna mean that you have to break the motion. So let's copy this frame of the hand. Let's go back to the original one, and now let's bring it down. We grab it. We make a pivot right here. We bring it down a little bit, not that much, but quite some amount, and even like this. So now it goes like up and down, but even lower, because that was a lot of speed right there. So let's bring it a bit lower like this. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. What does it look like? So essentially, if this hand crazy animation works, the body's gonna work, and I think it could also not.
At least one of you guys can take this research seriously enough.
Oh, actually, yes, it does.
At least
no,
one of
you
you guys can take this research seriously enough.
I think it does work for the timing, but it needs in between frames. I think the timing is fine, but it needs like one in between here, 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 and one here and here actually. So kind of successful, but now between this one and this one, I'm gonna need an in between, and between this one and this one, I'm gonna need an in between, and between this one and this one, also in between. So make it really fluid, because the motion is so fast that I think snappy is not the way to go. I need to go snappy, but with every single frame filled. Which is not snappy, it's fluid. Like snappy with every single frame is just fluid. So I'm gonna need a fluid motion. Probably add some blur here though, still. Like maybe make it like this. And let's see if that looks better. I hope it does. Let's give it a try. This is the last render. If it doesn't work, I'm just going back and calling it a day. And the preview looked good. Let's look at the whole thing.
At least one of you guys can take this research seriously enough.
Oh, actually, that works on one, like with one frame in the middle. As long as you use this mirror frame, that actually works.
At least one of you guys can take this research seriously enough.
I don't know. I'm not gonna add in betweens. I'm gonna keep it like this. I'm just gonna make the body, obviously, but the hands actually have really good timing like that. It's kind of crazy how just those mirror frames helped it so much to look good. It's crazy.
At least one of you guys can take this research seriously.
I love it. It still looks low frame rate, but that is charming. It looks crispy. I like it. I'm gonna save the project. I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit more, and then I'm gonna leave. Let's see. What are people saying over here? Drew said before, I'm also exploring the issue of how a lot of people view animation as just kid stuff, unless it's only inappropriate to be adult. That's a good point. Yeah, it's actually interesting, especially for like Netflix. Netflix could learn a couple things from what you just said there. Isn't adult animation just when animation is much more serious in such topics and such? That's what good adult animation is. I agree with you. Calavera feels like a teen animation show. Calavera is pretty much, yeah, I would agree with Mr. Skin. It's kind of like, it's got some serious themes, but it's also trying to be fun, playful. So I feel like, yeah, it's teen. I think teen would be appropriate. Like a TV-14 or PG-13. Maybe not even PG-13, but I don't know. But yeah, I agree with you. Yes, animation for kids doesn't need to just be for kids, and adult animation doesn't need to be overtly dirty. And even if it is, it doesn't need to rely on just the adult jokes, of course, but it's hard. I feel tween, teen, and young adult animation is one of the keys here. Like, yeah, Research Unit of Force is tween, teen, and young adult. I agree. It's like somewhere between 12 and early 20s are going to be the people that are going to enjoy the most. I'm already way over that demographic, but it is the stuff that I enjoy the most. Interestingly enough, it means that either I haven't matured enough, or I don't know, maybe just superior. Maybe to me, it's just the superior form of art. Something that pretty much everybody can enjoy because it's not too childish, and it's not overtly dirty. It's not too inappropriate for people. So I agree with both of you. I think Research Unit of Horrors is exactly that. Well, I had a lot of fun today. I have drawn for you guys for 3 hours, and I think I'm tired. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to have some food. Then I'm going to try to continue doing the last in-betweens, because apparently, and I'm not even 100% sure, the first motions are kind of patient, but then when he does this motion, he starts getting quite snappier, like he just got nervous, right? So maybe for this one I need less in-betweens. I think I'm going to keep playing with that idea. If not, then just go with, the usual 3 ones in-betweens, which is my method. That's my technique. I always add 3 in-betweens that are on ones. I almost always do that. And it almost always works, so why not? Miss Dead Guy said, people don't really take adult animation serious because some people see anything animation is just for kids. I think that's usually people over the age of 50. I've noticed that hardly ever I meet somebody that is over 50 that is even willing to give like a Family Guy a chance. Like if you're like a boomer, that's literally over 50, you're almost a boomer. Boomers are even like, yeah, I'm not even watching South Park or Family Guy. Even though they are for adults, they're like, yeah. It's cartoons, that's for kids, that's childish, whatever, like, they sound like Alec Jones, apparently. And, yeah, but people that are 30 or 40 usually like it when it's really for adults, and then, the tweens, as you said before. Yeah. And I was going to say one more thing. Let's see. Have a nice day, Uranium. Regardless of recommended age, range animation is for everyone, of course. But it's just misconceptions that people have. Regardless, I'm done. I had a lot of fun. I'll talk to you later on the Discord. Later.